Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM, Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome to a Football Friday and a Free Beer Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com, and you can watch our show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Check out the latest videos from this week, including ECU Offensive Coordinator Donnie Kirkpatrick, Defensive Coordinator Blake Harrell, and Mike Houston, what they had to say, plus Pirate players Miles Berry, Fernando Fry, and Tyler Snead. All there available for you to watch on YouTube. All right, we got a fun Friday show planned for you today. Coming up later on this hour, we'll get a HV3 update and talk some golf with Mark Greenheld from the Golf Shop Radio Show. He'll join us around 3:45. At 4 o'clock, we'll have our weekly NFL chat with Tony Dunn. We'll make our Week 9 NFL picks. A brutal week last week for the pickers, namely Tony Dunn. We'll talk about that. And the Panthers getting off the schneid with the victory last week. We'll talk all things NFL. At 4 o'clock, we'll talk Pirate football and Pirate hoops with Morgan Ahlers coming up at 5 o'clock on today's program. And Brian North will get you ready for your football weekend at around 5:25. We got all that and more coming up on the show, including Troy D alongside for hour number one. What's up, Troy?
In a mood, Clip. It's not you, it's me.
What's wrong? Oh,
well, first of all, it's freezing cold right now. Rain is in the forecast, which really puts a damper on things. And then the time changes this weekend, which is freaking the worst weekend of the year.
But other than that,
I'm trying to deal with these things by not projecting my anger on other people.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
The good news is the Pirates are 4-4. They're at home.
Yes.
They got a game tomorrow.
Only 2 wins away from a potential bowl berth, so that's positive. Also positive working in Congress is the Sunshine Act, a bipartisan piece of legislation that would outlaw daylight savings time.
Interesting.
Yeah, right. So I think that's something, I don't care where you stand politically, something that could unite this nation.
Okay, now I need to ask this question, Troy. If you outlaw daylight savings time, do we go back to standard time, or do we stay where we are right now?
You stay where you are. We don't shorten the daylight in the afternoon.
We have a guest on. We can do this after we talk.
We've got plenty of time later in the hour,
okay.
Wes.
So first things first.
Thanks for being here, Wes. Good to see you.
Let's get to he's part of our Friday crew, Eric Ward from ECU Marketing, joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Eric, how you doing today?
Clipper! How you doing, Clip?
I'm doing great.
Got a new phone line.
The phone is sounding great, buddy.
I didn't want to jinx it by saying it ahead of time, but we've got a new phone, a new line into the, not Ward Sports Medicine building, it's the, what is that building called?
Scales
Fieldhouse, yes, which is, communications can be tough at times. Sometimes it's easier to connect to someone in Afghanistan than it is Scales Fieldhouse, but we do believe we've got a clear connection now with Eric Ward. So thank you for joining us, Eric.
It's a beautiful thing. Thank you very much for having me on today, guys.
All right, let's talk about the big game coming up tomorrow. Only 2 home games left for East Carolina. This is the running out of opportunities here for fans. It is Military Appreciation Weekend going on tomorrow. So what do you guys have going on?
This is probably the busiest game we've had all year. Just a lot of great things we're doing to honor our military. Very excited about that. It's also our Hall of Fame letter winners weekend. So very first time out of the game, we're going to get to induct our Hall of Famers into the ECU Athletic Hall of Fame, and at halftime give a recognition for our letter winners. So pregame, in-game, postgame, all sorts of things for the military. Baseball's also getting their rings tomorrow for their conference championship and Greenville Regional Championship. So should be an awesome day in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
Can you go through the schedule as you know it? Eric had a question yesterday from a listener about what time is the Pirate Walk. So could you you hit all the key times for Saturday people need to know?
Tailgate lots open tomorrow. Should be 9 a.m. on the dot. So you get plenty of time to get your tailgate in and have a good time there. Pirate Walk right now is scheduled for 12:30 p.m. So that is when the buses will drop the team off. Stadium gates open at 1 o'clock. We enter in the pregame show at 2:45 p.m. and game kicks off right at 3 o'clock.
All right.
Anybody exciting for halftime?
No Parmalays this week.
Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
A special Military Appreciation Day show. So I know
It's a lot of patriotic music by the band, perhaps.
Yes, and then we also have our base commanders from all over Eastern North Carolina who are going to be recognized on the field. Distinguished Military Service Society inductees. It'll definitely be a patriotic themed show.
All right, what's your favorite patriotic song, Eric?
I'll tell you my least favorite, which is no longer in the halftime show, which is Yankee Doodle.
All right, that's fair. Not going to hurt my feelings. I'm partial to God Bless America.
Yeah, I'm a big God Bless America guy myself. So.
All right.
And that'll be played.
Clip, would you like to weigh in on yours?
I'm trying to think of all the options. Name a few.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, I still love the national anthem. That's the classic.
I like the singing of God Bless America more than the national anthem. It flows better.
A lot. I like the themes from the armed service, the different category. Well, I guess they're theme songs. Like each
the branch songs.
Yeah, like the Army has their Navy. I don't know what the Air Force song is.
Or Troy. So
but the Marines.
Seats for halftime.
Halls of Montezuma. Yeah.
All right. Sounds like Troy's going to really enjoy.
Have to hang out for the halftime show. I like that stuff.
Yes.
All right, Eric. What else you want to let folks know about coming up for the game?
Yeah, I mean, we do have tickets out to about 4,000 servicemen and women from all over the state of North Carolina and some even beyond. So, something we annually do, make sure we take care of them for this game. So it should be awesome. Perhaps a lot of new faces in Dowdy-Ficklin tomorrow. So hopefully we can give them a really good show and make them lifelong Pirate fans.
All right, while we're talking about military appreciation and special things, I got to ask, it is my favorite thing to see before a game. I don't care what game. It always stops me in my tracks. I love it. A flyover. Will we have a flyover tomorrow?
At this point in time, we probably will not, Troy, and that's a combination of weather and being Veterans Day weekend with tons of schools around the country requesting that. We actually do have a backup plan in place that if that does not happen tomorrow, we almost certainly will have it for the Cincinnati game. So
all right.
Definitely going to try to get one in this year.
We're going to talk to Viding and get East Care's helicopter to do a flyby.
So at one of the remaining 2 home games, there will be a flyover. It's looking like.
Plan as of right now.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. Man, when I was at the Bear game for the Bears-Packers, they had a flyover. They had the guy sing the national anthem, Jim Cornelius.
Oh, yeah. He's like famous.
Yeah, he's like probably the nation's greatest national anthem singer. And they timed the flyover right at the end perfect over Soldier Field. I got a video I need to show you that. It was
great execution.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But anyway, Eric, good stuff, man. We'll see you out there tomorrow, and hopefully the weather will hold off for a fun event.
Sure hope so. Appreciate it as always, guys, and go Pirates.
Thanks, Eric. Eric Ward joining us. My country, 'tis of thee.
Sweet land of liberty.
There's another one Troy did.
Of the I sing. Not icing, but of the I sing.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite patriotic song? 317-1250.
Give us a call now, fans.
And we'll talk. We'll sing it for you. East Carolina Temple. We hadn't got your prediction yet, by the way, Troy.
No, and I was feeling really good about this yesterday. And then the rain, I'm like, oh man, this rain. Let me check the forecast real quick, because I'm not trying to put a damper on things. I just, me, I call it straight. And I'm not going to sugarcoat if it's going to rain. Now, I only can get out till 2 o'clock on this forecast. 60% chance of showers at 2 p.m.
I like the UV Pirate preview earlier today. Don Edwards is like Mr. Glass Half Full pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
He said, he was talking to Jeff Charles.
Great chance to sell rain gear.
He said, well, Jeff, the rain's, it's gone now, right? Like, they're not even calling for rain, are they? And Jeff says, well, it depends on where you look. So I don't know what forecast Don was looking at, but he's calling for no rain tomorrow, Troy did.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Don's going to be accurate on that one, but I'd love for him to be right.
Yeah.
I like East Carolina on this one. I don't think it'll be the blowout that a lot of people think. I think it may end up being closer than some folks want, but I'd take East Carolina in a victory over this one.
All right. What do you think about the spread? 16.
It's a lot of points, Clip.
It is.
A lot of points. I am going to say East Carolina wins, but does not cover.
Okay. So they could win by 10, 14.
They could win by 14. I feel they could win by 10 to 14, but that will not be enough to cover, and that would be a loss in the eyes of Vegas.
Temple is having some issues right now, and I want to play some of Rod Carey's. They're still doing Zooms in Philadelphia.
Are they?
So he's in his office by himself.
I mean, ECU should win this by 30, quite honestly, if they do what they need to do. I'm just with the rain. I don't know, man. I just have a bad feeling that it's not going to be the blowout that people want. I want it to be a blowout. I'd love to see this thing over at halftime.
That has just not been the case with ECU games this year. Every game has been a game in the second half. Temple's scores the last 3 weeks have gone like this: Cincinnati 52, Temple 3, South Florida 34, Temple 14, UCF 49, Temple 7. So things not going well. And the media, Rod Carey is not a happy man, the coach of Temple. I want to play some of his press conference this week, Troy. It was just a little bit of back and forth going on. They're asking about his quarterback. Wes, hit the Rod Carey.
Hey, Rod, you talked a little bit about DeJuan already. I wanted to follow up on something. When we were talking to him after the game Saturday, he said he doesn't always have the luxury of checking out plays, which I realize is completely and totally normal. And then I followed up with him and said, what's your relationship like with Rod and Mike when it comes to talking to them about what you're seeing? And he said, I sometimes, but I don't really have that luxury. And I just wanted to ask you to comment on that, because we talked to him after we talked to you, and I wanted to get your viewpoint on that so you could provide some context.
Yeah, listen, this isn't something that I'm going to play out like, okay, I want his comment on this question with this comment from him after you gain certain information from certain people. We talk all the time. Mm-hmm. I talk to DeJuan every day. Mike talks to him every day. Jake does. DeJuan talks to us every day. We are in communication. So, as far as what you guys are, I don't know, asking as far as, well, can he check out? Can he check out? Listen, every offense has situations where you cannot check out and where you can. And we talk and we get his input and he gets our input all the time. So I don't know how I can put that any clearer to this line of questioning, then I don't know where it came up from or what happened, but that's what we do all the time. So it is everyone understand that? I mean, there shouldn't be any gray area in that, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about it because you spoke before he did on Saturday, so I wanted to ask you about that since you spoke before him, that's all.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take the next question from Javon Edmonds.
Hey, Rod, I know the Justin Lynch 10 to 15 carries thing is relatively new. Have you talked about obviously?
So guys, what is this thing too that's going? And I don't know where you guys are going or what this is. DeJuan Mathis is our quarterback. We're using Justin to take some hits off DeJuan. We've used him at times the entire season. That's the purpose of it. That's what it is. And so I don't know anything more to say about that.
Can I ask you how DeJuan feels about it? If you've talked to him about that yet?
Yeah, I have. We've talked with them. They're together on it. We're together on it.
Thanks, Rod.
Okay. Any more questions?
I love that guy. All right. Any more questions? Any more questions for Rod?
Things starting to crack a little bit up there in Philly. That's the first sign when the animosity with the media. Then the Philly fans, who knows what they're saying and doing up there.
Luckily for Temple, they don't have a ton of fans.
Right, so the few that are around are probably getting restless. This series dates back to 1982, Clip, and I'll ask a guy that doesn't know the answer to this. How many times do you think East Carolina and Temple have played, Wes Hines?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
All right, I'll give you the answer, and then I'll give you an easier question. They have played 18 times.
Okay.
Out of those 18 times, how many games has East Carolina won?
4.
Nope. This is actually series is tied 9-9.
I was going to go 11-7.
9 times.
Okay.
So this will be the rubber match for at least this year.
And Temple had owned the series since they joined the AAC, but East Carolina was able to get them last year up in Philadelphia.
28-3, by the way, which is kind of one of those games I kind of forget about. I don't know about you.
Because they almost didn't play it.
That's right. That's right. It's funny. Like when you say East Carolina Temple 23, I was like, I don't remember that game. When you say, oh yeah, it almost because of COVID got delayed by like an hour, I think.
Yeah.
But that delay was nothing compared to what we've been through this year.
Yeah, we thought that was
now that
bad
you
at the
mention
time.
that, I do remember that, but I remember that more than the game itself, I should say.
Yeah.
But a good win by East Carolina last year.
Yeah, again, they were down to their...
Tyler Snead racking up 244 all-purpose yards.
Yeah. I hope they have the sixth-string quarterback tomorrow, but I think they'll have their starter.
Yeah.
But, man, they have come on hard times after really great success with those coaches, Al Golden, and they had Jeff Collins there, of course, and Matt Rule as well. And I was reminded by a writer yesterday, Ryan Wallen, who joined us from Al's 24/7. They hired Manny Diaz, who's at Miami.
Yeah, they did.
For like 2 hours.
They had him. He was a Temple. I don't know if he keeps it on his resume. They did hire him.
Yeah.
And he was there. Wasn't he there for like 2 weeks?
It was probably a couple weeks.
Yeah, it was enough to like he had an office and he showed up. And then he went to Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, he was going to be. Now, what if he had stayed at Temple if Miami didn't get open? I wonder how things would have gone with him at Temple, because isn't Miami kind of struggling right now?
Yeah, they're a weird team, kind of up and down, but 500 on the year. So he was hired, Troy, December 13th, 2018.
Was he gone by Christmas?
He was named Miami head football coach December 30th, 2018.
Right. So he didn't make it to New Year's, but he did make it through the Christmas holiday.
And so that's...
In other words, he got his Christmas bonus.
Yeah, he got to go from Philadelphia to Miami.
But he
That's
did not
not
get
bad,
his
right?
New Year extension.
Yeah. So they end up with Rod Carey, and their run of, really solid coaches may have come to an end here.
Yeah, I can't blame the guy. I mean, look, I've been to Philadelphia. No offense. I've got friends that live up in Philly, but I wouldn't want to live there. The weather we have here feels like Bermuda compared to what Philly's like. It's always gray, overcast, cold every time I'm there.
And and we're also talking about Miami and Temple as far as Power 5, Group of 5.
Wow, I mean, it's
historic program, historically bad program.
Yeah.
A pretty simple choice.
Yeah, a lot of the people are, I'm not saying miserable up there, but it seems to be a little more enjoyable down in South Florida.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I'm telling you, I think the weather's a big part of it. They're in a better mood.
Just generally speaking.
Yeah, if you're cold and depressed all the time, you'd be angry.
Like you are right now.
Yes!
I mean, you keep bringing it up.
No.
I guess this is on your mind.
This is like living in Philly right now.
Yeah. Let's see. Facebook Live, you can chime in there. You know what? This is why you don't talk about something. Shirley had recently brought up her game day streak.
Yeah.
The Cal Ripken of pregame shows and postgame shows. Mike asking, will Shirley's game day streak come to an end tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, listen.
We'll see. We'll see.
Not at liberty to discuss certain things, but...
what does that mean?
Well, I mean, people's personal life is not always people's business.
I know that. So why even say that?
Because you brought it up. I feel like I have to answer the question now.
Will Shirley's game day streak come to an end tomorrow?
Yes.
The answer is I don't know or yes. You don't have to say, well, there's a lot going on right now we can't talk about.
Well, it's yes due to no fault of her own. I don't want people thinking something bad's happened to Shirley, but the answer is yes. Wes will be here filling in for Shirley. Shirley will rejoin us Monday. Let me just say that.
All right.
Fifth quarter Wes.
There's a big Business Insider article coming out about Shirley and the way she's treated people.
Yeah. Especially me and you, Clip.
Yeah. We had a lot of quotes in that.
A lot of harassment.
Ross says, are we sure Mo isn't on that Temple staff? Seems like they're in shambles. Mo just won. Mo just covered last night with the Colts. So shout out to Scotty Montgomery.
Did you see him on TV yet? Like when they did the sideline shots?
I did not.
I haven't either.
They had a lot of rushing yards last night. Not that he gets any credit for that, but he is the Colts running back coach.
Yeah.
Kenny Curling says, wondering what Coach Houston would say about the rain tomorrow. I don't know if he's on the Cliff Godwin plan of not. You know what's funny though, Troy? I had Godwin on earlier this week.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Purple Gold World Series, which, by the way,
that could be
if you're out and about
that
right
could
now,
be a monkey wrench in things right there.
Go watch it right now. They start at 3:30, 10:50 tomorrow, noon Sunday, and he brought up the weather. Not me.
Oh, I missed that part.
He brought it up.
Well, see, it's off season, so we can talk about the weather off season. It's just in season
From February to June, no weather talk.
What did he say about it? By the way?
I think he thought it was going to be pretty good.
Okay. At that time, it was.
Yeah.
No, earlier this week, it looked like this weekend was going to be great.
Again, don't talk about stuff.
That's why. That's the thing about the weather. It's always changing.
That it is. Was it you or Ellerby already looking ahead I think that it was Ellerby like last week, looking ahead to this weekend's game or something. But
I did the way too soon forecast.
Yeah,
it was me.
Yeah, it was you.
It was it was as far out as I could go, and it was like a 10-day forecast.
Well, you got people to buy tickets. And now, so you did.
Well, and here is the honest to God truth. Even though they're calling for rain, this thing could hold off on the coast. And it seems like it's some type of nor'easter almost coming off the coast from what I'm hearing.
Hold on, let's get the green screen, Troy.
And what if it doesn't rain here until like 6 o'clock? Well, the game could be, it would still rain on Saturday, which would make the forecast accurate as far as rain on Saturday. But what if we get the game in before it rains? So, I mean, you just know how the things go around here. Just because they're calling for rain doesn't mean it's going to rain.
Troy.
I'm going by the percentages and the times tomorrow.
I know.
At kickoff at 3 p.m., we're at 60%.
Troy.
I know. I'm just trying to be a little bit optimistic.
You're in a mood right now, but would you want me to cheer you up?
Yes.
I think this will do it. This is almost like Cameo. What if a player from the Peach Bowl team is listening and chimed in and said, "Y'all dudes funny"? Would that cheer you up?
Listen, Peach Bowl, no Peach Bowl. It always makes me feel good when people enjoy our products.
What if Deion Johnson is tuned into the program?
They're not going to catch Deion Johnson.
That's got to cheer you up, right?
He is one of the fastest Pirates ever to play the game.
That is really cool.
That's awesome. Deion, thank you for listening, man, and watching. We appreciate it. I believe Deion checking us out on Facebook Live. That's man, I love my Peach Bowl peeps. Special play, and enough time's gone by I can say Peach Bowl now. Remember, I was on Peach Bowl probation for a little while, saying it too much.
Yeah,
but that's over. So you're going to hear all about the Peach Bowl for the next.
Deion Johnson was Mr. Excitement.
Oh, he was one of the greatest specialty
return
players.
man.
I think in in ECU history.
Yeah. And then later on, Keith Stokes was kind of my
similar
Deion to your Deion. It was like
they're guys like when you kind of stop there's a punt return, you stop what you're doing, pay attention because at any moment they could break it.
Dwayne was that way.
Yep, Dwayne Harris was a similar category. Absolutely.
And we haven't had one in a while. I mean, Snead's
good, but he's not at that level.
Yeah,
doesn't mean he's not a great player. I love Snead. He's part of our team, and he's great, but he's not one of these guys.
Yep.
And when it comes to he's a great receiver. Yeah. I'm talking about when it comes to kickoff return.
Being a kick and punt returner.
Yeah, we're a threat to score every single time.
All right.
We need to catch up with Deion, see what he's doing.
Get him on the show sometime.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's
Deion, private message me. Hit me up with your number.
Take a break. We'll come back. We got more on Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. See what else is on Troy D's line.
Tyler Harrison saying Greenville is literally the Seattle of North Carolina.
It is very gray today.
It felt like we woke up and it was just West Virginia all of a sudden. Like it just gray and wet and cold.
I started the day with a sweater, and literally I had to go home before lunch and put on a toboggan. I was so cold.
It's a wet cold.
I was going to wear the toboggan on the show, but I was afraid you guys would make fun of me. So I put a hat on because I know you people. But I'm freezing. I may have to put the ski jacket on pretty soon. I cannot get warm today.
Wow.
One of those days where you just can't catch up.
That happens to me. Once I start cold, I cannot get warm, and this has been one of those days.
We got a Free Beer Friday giveaway to cheer you up if you're out there grumpy like Troy D.
The Apple Busch Light?
That is correct.
I got to try one. Can we do a tasting of these one of these days?
Limited edition 12-pack of Busch Light Apple. We also have a Carolina Eagle shirt, koozies, and a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. We'll open up the phone lines coming up in hour number 3. We got more to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
Anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those, but anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers, and I couldn't do my job without my offensive line keeping me safe. Make sure your employees are safe by using ArcPoint Labs for your medical testing needs. From pre-employment testing to COVID test, ArcPoint Labs is there to serve Eastern North Carolina with accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Schedule an appointment at any of their 6 Eastern North Carolina locations or visiting them online at arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
This is a public notice, only Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar, up to 75% off mattresses, furniture, wall to wall. Only Discount Mattress and Furniture, all wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Hurry, when it's gone, it's gone. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
To Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. Take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncstateparks.gov. Now back to PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
All right. Thank you, Wes Hines. Welcome back into the program. Wes Hines, Big Dog, Troy D here. Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Wes, you a camper?
I was just going to ask if he's been
a happy camper.
No.
You've never been camping, Wes?
No. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah. I'm more of a glamper.
Not my Diet Mountain Dew or anything like that.
I haven't been camping since like I used to be in the Cub Scouts very briefly. And I don't think I've been camping since.
Yeah, I've been to camp when I was a kid. But camping in a tent.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
I know you're going to find this hard to believe. Not my thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I said I have not been camping, but I was at a camp this morning.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Well, you were camping this morning?
I had to put another radio station on the air, and it was at a camp in Burgaw.
I don't know why that's funny, but it's just everything you say is funny.
Yeah.
Was it like a cult? What kind of camp?
YMCA.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Wes goes to communities in eastern North Carolina that I used to hear about, but I hadn't heard about in a long time.
They're still on the map.
Yeah.
Like Burgaw and like Warsaw and like all these outlying places.
YMCA has Camp Kirkwood.
Huh. Last time I was at camp, it was at Arapahoe, North Carolina.
Yeah, I know where
at Camp Seagull.
Uh-huh.
And you want to talk about roughing it, guys. I had to be in a metal bunk, a mattress about as thick as your forearm, and no air condition, and only one fan for the whole thing. You want to talk about roughing it for me.
You want to talk about complaining. I can't even imagine.
That was very rough for a young Troy D. But I survived.
Your camp mates
realized,
loved it.
Who wants to be a counselor in this place? There's got to be better summer jobs than this.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so I brought back some memories talking about camping.
We used to do Are You Smarter Than Wes? And
Yeah.
the game was kind of set up to ask easy questions, but I think we should bring it back and do a lifelong Eastern North Carolinian and have a geography battle. Like
Oh, he'd
all the
win that.
places Wes knows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, without
he would
a
be
doubt.
incredible.
Oh,
at that.
he would be the Ken Jennings of that subject.
I don't know about
Every little town, nook and cranny, creek.
Yeah. There's certain things he is a pro on.
And
Yeah.
that would be one of those
Yeah.
things.
Common sense, maybe not so much, but Eastern North Carolina, yes.
Okay. All right.
He's been
if you say so.
He's been everywhere, man. Yeah, at least in Eastern North Carolina. Wes Hines will be here tonight because we got Conley football.
You got it.
Playoff action.
Playoff. Conley versus Durham Hillside coming up tonight right here on Pirate Radio. Morgan Ahlers, 6 o'clock, will be on the high school huddle. Troy D.
Yeah, good to see our old intern stop by, too. Intern Atticus. One of our Pirate Radio alums.
Yeah.
Has made a studio visit earlier today.
The Clipper sound effect we play is from Atticus doing his best Tyler Feldman.
And he was always a little bit taller fellow, but I swear he's grown a couple inches since graduating.
I told him the same thing.
I was like, dude, you just had a growth spurt.
Yeah, post-college, like
I've heard of people growing in college. I was one of them. I had a little growth spurt in college. But after college, he had a graduate post-spurt growth event.
He could be a 7-footer by the time he reaches 30.
It's incredible.
So.
He keeps going to Hornets games. He's going to get signed.
Yeah, I actually told him he looked like Cody Zeller, but he has hair, and Cody doesn't. Former Hornet. All right, what else is going on, Troy D?
Oh, man, not too much. As I said, kind of a little depressed about this daylight savings time, but I am excited about this legislation that the Sunshine Act, which is real, by the way, and they're trying to repeal daylight savings time. So basically, your clock would just stay the same all year long. So, basically how we are right now, because the days get shortened. The daylight, you have 24 hours in the day, every day. But let me dumb this down for Wes real quick.
Let's start at the beginning.
But during the winter months, the sun doesn't shine.
Adam, there was Adam, there was Eve, there was a tree.
So
who wants to wake up at 8:30 in the morning and the sun's finally coming up? I mean, come on.
I definitely do.
Oh, that sounds nice. That's terrible.
Versus, what are you talking about, Wes?
All right, right now, before
gets light about
Sunday, 7:30.
That is perfect. 7 7 o'clock is
7:45 this morning. It was.
So you like it when the clocks fall back because it gets lighter earlier in the morning.
Yes, absolutely.
But then you lose that daylight hour in the afternoon.
Right.
So then it's dark at 5.
That's right. Because
if not really 4:30.
You know why you want to see it get dark about 5 o'clock? So you get ready to go to bed about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
See, this is exactly why we need this act to pass, because Wes is the only person against it.
Wes is still on farming.
My father goes to bed at 8 o'clock.
Well, it's fine. LB goes to bed at 8:30. Who cares? You can still go to bed whenever you want to go to bed.
But the thing is that he wants it dark outside.
Well, get some curtains. Yeah, exactly. Close your blinds.
Does he bitch at you about it? You sound like he's complaining to you, it's your fault.
They sell blackout
outside
curtains.
Cursing at the sun.
I mean, my father's 84 years old. So
well, he's made it this far. What difference does it make? Stay up a little later.
He's old fashioned.
Well, he is in the minority.
He's
old fashioned.
He likes going to bed with the chickens. I mean, how many?
It's farmers' hours.
How many Eastern North Carolina people out there still do it that way? There are a lot of people who go to bed with the chickens.
That's fine.
And get up with the chickens.
You can go to bed and wake up whenever you want. I'm saying don't punish the rest of us is what I'm saying.
Do you think you have chicken DNA somewhere in your family?
No.
LB goes to bed with the chickens, but it's the only chicken he's going to see is at Parker's. Man keeps farming hours, but he ain't farming.
All right.
So you and Wes are on opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to when you want the sun to be out.
Yeah, I think I'll stand with the majority of Americans in this country that would agree with me that don't like it when the sun starts to set at 4:30. I rest my case.
Okay.
And I bet you that act will pass in Congress because they need to pass something, and they're desperate for something to say we've done this, and that's something that most people would. I used to joke about it. I was going to make it as your next governor, I'll make sure that because some states have already done it. A lot of states like Arizona, a lot of states have already said what they're going to do is make it a federal deal.
But the thing is that most of those states are on the standard time. They're not on the daylight time. That's what I'm trying to get at, Troy. They're still on standard time. They're not on daylight time.
So you're saying they're going to be stuck in the
standard time. That's what I'm.
What is standard time?
Standard time is right now will be 2:37.
Okay, which is
what we're going to be next week is what you're talking about.
They're already at 2:37
I'm going to have
right
to
now.
fact check this information, Wes. I've got relatives that live in Arizona. I'm going to find out when the sun sets out there.
Okay.
I'm not taking your word for it. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
That means that do you?
Ben says I appreciate not having to deal with time changes in Arizona. From my understanding, what they're going to do is just leave it the way it is, where the day would naturally shorten on its own, but you don't make it worse by rolling the clocks, falling forward an hour in the fall.
Okay.
So that is this weekend. So that means.
Oh no, I guess fall back, spring forward. So you fall back.
Fall back 1 hour.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But I do get the extra hour of sleep after the fifth quarter on Saturday.
Yeah, but it's all phantom, fake paper numbers. Because if you just sleep to when you wake up, then you really haven't slept any extra long anyway.
No, you get an extra hour.
I know, but if you don't have your alarm, like if you don't have to get up early Sunday, if you just sleep naturally, is my point.
It's all theoretical.
Correct. You sleep however long you sleep.
It's not theoretical. It's an extra hour that comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, if you only sleep 8 hours, you sleep 8 hours. You're actually elapsed time you've slept. The clock is only changed.
I get that, but it goes from 2:59 back to 2 o'clock.
Right, but
there's an extra hour.
But you haven't slept an extra hour, is my point. It just shows you on a clock that
an extra hour of time did not magically come into the timeline. Is what you're saying?
Correct.
Like it did not magically.
That's right.
Lengthen the amount of time that was available.
Right.
Now I'm gonna throw this one.
But I disagree.
It was it was still the same amount of real world time.
If you slept 8 hours,
okay, you're talking about
slept
sleep,
8 hours.
But the time. Let's forget the sleep
about
part of it.
real world time.
I'm talking about real world time. I'm talking about this whole fallback thing is fake anyway. I get an extra hour. You really don't get an extra hour.
Okay, I want to ask you this: do you remember when?
I disagree with that.
All right, I'm going to ask you this: Do you remember when they actually had to change the second clock?
Where was this one at?
Good Lord.
They changed the second clock almost 15 years ago, where when you fall back, you actually had to take off 2 seconds.
Where's the second? Where's the second
Wes,
clock
you're talking
located?
about the atomic clock that they readjust.
Yes.
For the rotation of the Earth. Every
Yes.
like 15, 20 years by a second or two.
Right.
That has nothing to do with this conversation. All you're doing is confusing people and making yourself sound like an idiot.
Okay, thank you.
I kind of want National Treasure 3 to be about Wes and the time clock. And the second clock.
He finds the second clock. That's 2 seconds different from our clock.
You're confusing two totally separate issues, Wes.
No, they're all in the same. It's all in the same. You're talking about time.
Oh, this is a great conversation.
Dust, all we are is dust in the wind.
I hate that it has to end, but we have to get to Greeny, Mark Greenhill.
Sports talking. We have not talked sports.
This is what happens.
Well, Mike wants to know, so does the new hour impact when the rain comes for the game tomorrow? So time.
No. It doesn't, because this time doesn't change until Saturday night.
Yeah.
The game, get with it, people. The game is Saturday. This doesn't happen until
I think that was a rhetorical question.
Well, I'm not taking it that way.
He knows that.
You can't tell tone on type, can you?
But I thought you said it's a mythical hour anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's all BS, but it does affect the way you have to live your life after it, because it shortens the daylight in the afternoon.
I get it.
Which is what I'm against, and I think most people are against.
So what time?
Unless you're Wes Hines.
All right, let me ask you this. If you're if you're saying what you're saying is what the way you feel, and you have a child that gets on a school bus, do you want that child to get on the school bus in the dark?
No.
I'm asking you that right now, because that's what children are doing right now. Having to get on the school bus in the dark.
This wasn't made for that, Wes. So you're saying they created this so children wouldn't have to be in the dark? They have street lights.
It doesn't matter. I do not want. If I had children that were school age, I do not want them to get on the school bus in the dark, because
I want them to be able to play in the afternoon longer.
I don't know. We've unlocked school meeting West. PTA West.
Yeah. Wes, have you thought about running for the school board?
No.
You should do that.
No.
John wants to dive more into the extra hour. He says, I agree with Clip. You get an extra hour of actual sleep. There's an extra hour. You can do what you want to with it.
As I said, if you don't have to wake up early and you're not setting your alarm, you sleep what you sleep. You really don't get an extra hour.
You do. If we stay on this clock and you come in here to do the show.
If you go to bed at 8 p.m. and you sleep till 8 a.m., you've slept 12 hours, correct?
Well,
if I do a stopwatch, how long you've slept?
What clock are you going by?
How long you actually sleep? It would be 12 hours. Now, if you do that tonight, you go to bed at 8 p.m. and you wake up at 8 a.m., you've slept 12 hours.
Right.
All right, if you do that Saturday night.
Okay, fine.
13 hours.
But you haven't slept 13 hours. Your same elapsed time is actually only 12 hours of sleep. The hour is a mythical hour because the time changed back. You didn't actually sleep an extra hour, is my point.
But you have an extra hour to do whatever you want to with that day until you have to be at your next appointment.
I'm not saying that that's not accurate, but I'm saying what you slept is what you slept.
All right.
You didn't magically get an extra hour.
We have settled it, folks.
I'm falling asleep.
Let's take a break.
Over here.
How long are you going to sleep?
Well, it could be an hour. It could be 2 hours.
See, this is why we need to do away with this damn thing. Look at the division it's causing this country.
And the division is Wesley Hines.
Do you want to stick around for the Greeny segment?
Yeah, is he coming up?
Yes.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm good.
All right, we'll take a timeout, come back. More to go on Pirate Radio Live. Mark Greenhill joins us after this.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
On Saturdays, your team needs you. Your sofa needs you. And you need a Jersey Mike sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for only $2.50. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. Football is back! Just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby! I really miss this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
This is former ECU baseball player and mayor of Greenville, PJ Connolly, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Need some beer for the weekend? The Jarvis Street Bottles Shop near Christie's Euro Pub is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews along with wine and growlers. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating North Carolina craft breweries along with the music discounts. Stop by Tuesday through Sunday or check out the Jarvis Street Bottle Shop on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Now back to Pirate Radio Live. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, Wes Hines here, the big dog, Glenn Griffin here, Troy D alongside, as we'll talk a little golf and some football with Greeny, Mark Greenheld from the Golf Shop Radio Show. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Greeny, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Cliff. How are you doing today?
Doing great, and keeping an eye on Harold Varner III, who right now is right at that cut number. He is 3 under par through 12, and the projected cut is 3 as they are playing right now in Mexico. It was kind of a surprise, Troy D, after the win over USF last week. The ECU football put out the videos, the locker room celebration, and Harold Varner III was leading the charge.
Yeah, he's been here quite a bit now. So much so it's becoming a regular thing to see Harold at ECU and in Greenville.
So he's back on the course this weekend, Greeny. What do we need to know about this tournament going on in Mexico?
Well, kind of a sneaky good field this week for some reason. Not really sure, but this is probably, guys like Koepka and Justin Thomas. This is probably the last time you're going to see them this year. So, I guess they figured they'd go on down to Mexico. They didn't get to play this event last year, so here they are. And sneaky good field. Matthew Wolf currently up at the top of the leaderboard, 13 under par, 300 today through 7. So some low scores out there. So, yeah, Harold's got a par 5 that he's on right now. Probably needs to make birdie there and give himself a little breathing room for that cut line. Looks like it's going to stay at 3 under par.
Hoping we see him throughout this weekend. Mark Greenheld, Golf Shop Radio Show, joining us here on the Fixed NC Live Line. Greeny, what? And I ask you this from time to time. In the golf calendar, what are the important dates coming up in your opinion? What are you paying attention to right now as we kind of play out the string here of 2021?
Well, I always wait for him to get back on the mainland. I mean, obviously we got this, as the year turns, we get the Tournament of Champions. So anybody that wins the tournament gets to play in the Tournament of Champions. So that's usually a pretty good field at a golf course where there's a lot of birdie opportunities. So fun to see guys kind of light it up as the new year flips over. Some guys hang out and play in Hawaii and the Sony Open over in Honolulu. Other guys don't. So that's kind of your one and done. And then I'm always waiting for the Farmers back at Torrey Pines. That's kind of where I start focusing. Traditionally, that's where we always saw Tiger Woods start his season. Obviously, that's not going to happen anytime soon. But, I kind of look for that. And then I'm a big guy back at the Florida swing. So that's when you start looking at the Honda Classic as we get back to Palm Beach Gardens down in Florida.
Greeny, speaking of Tiger Woods, how's his recovery going? You don't hear much out of him lately. I've heard a news story about a month or so ago from one of his friends that talked about it, but Tiger hasn't said a lot lately. What are you hearing in the golf world about his recovery, and will he ever play professionally again?
Well, Tiger's always kept things close to the vest, and this is nothing different. You've seen him out walking around with his kid playing golf, so that's all that we've really seen or heard. Haven't really heard that he's hit any golf shots. And I've said before, the only good news that came out of that wreck was that the leg that was in really bad shape was the right leg. And I guess from a right-handed golfer's perspective, if you were going to have a leg be worse than the other, you'd want it to be the right over the left, because the left is the one is the leg that you're posting up on, that you're rotating around. So obviously it's not great to have either leg be damaged, but if you say that one leg's not going to come back to 100%, maybe it's only at 90%, you'd want it to kind of be the right over the left. So that's the only thing he's got going for him. Obviously this gives his back a little bit more rest as well, and didn't really hear anything about the back coming out of this wreck and this injury. So maybe getting the back some more rest, and I don't think we're going to see him anytime soon, but I kind of find it hard to believe that Tiger's not going to go out on his terms. So I would anticipate seeing him back at some point. We just don't know when that's going to be.
Mark Greenheld, Golf Shop Radio Show, joining us on the Fixed NC Live Line. We talk golf and we talk some football with Greeny on Fridays. And Mark, the college football playoff rankings came out for the first time in the 2021 season. We're paying attention to Cincinnati. Of course, they're in East Carolina's conference. They'll play the Pirates coming up the day after Thanksgiving at the end of this month. I've heard this one, too. You're a Clemson guy. This line has been floated around a lot this week. If Wake Forest wore orange and had the tiger paw in the helmet and had that 8-0 record, they would be in the top 4. But it's the Demon Deacons who are 8-0 and have that perfect record with 4 games left to go, and they are 9th right now in the polls. Now they are underdogs this week in Chapel Hill against North Carolina. They still have to play Clemson, NC State, Boston College. But where did you think about the ACC's top team in the poll coming in at 9 in the Demon Deacons case?
Well, and I think that's a bad analogy, and not just because I'm a Clemson guy, but, Clemson wasn't getting, thrown up at the top of the polls when they first started that run. They had to earn their respect, and they did that by going out and beating the Oklahomas and the Ohio States and beating Alabama. And I think that's the difference. I think a team that has a reputation of winning some big football games against some tough opponents, they certainly get ranked higher. Now, you could almost say that the same thing for Oklahoma. I mean, we kind of knew Cincinnati was going to get the shaft. And, going into it, you felt like 5 or 6 was going to be their number, despite the fact that they're ranked second in both the polls. But for Oklahoma to be down at number 8 and be undefeated, I think is more of a surprise than anything else at this point. So, and of course, Wake Forest, they've got to prove it. They've got some, like you just said, they've got some teams coming up that have winning records and have a little moxie to the name. And if you run the table, and then, it's going to obviously hurt them that maybe a Pitt has lost the game. So, if they run the table, I don't think it's going to be enough, because I think some other teams are going to be in front. And you've got Notre Dame that could run the table and has a better strength of schedule. So, all those things are being looked at. And it's going to be tough for a Cincinnati or Wake Forest, for that matter, to get in there. So, it's just the way it's going to be, and it's the way it works, and we all know this at this point.
Greeny, what you got coming up Saturday morning on the Golf Shop Radio Show? You can tune in 8 to 10 a.m. right here on Pirate Radio before we get going on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. What you got planned for Saturday?
Well, we got a show. We got our man Bill Bender coming on first. Then we're going to talk to Andrew Treadway, who is with Puttview. And the PGA Tour just made the decision to not allow those very intricately designed, putting green books. And this guy's company makes these things. So we're going to talk to him about the ramifications of that decision. We're going to talk to the New England Patriots play-by-play man, Bob Sochi, get a little preview of the Panthers with the Patriots coming in town. We're going to talk to Colby Calloway to preview the Houston Open coming up. And then we've also got Ryan Binkley, whose company works with a golf tournament called the Generational Salute to the Troops, and he's got Jack Nicklaus on board supporting this golf tournament. So we got a packed show tomorrow.
Well, a lot going on. Sounds like a great show. Greeny, thanks for joining us, man. Have a great show tomorrow. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, have a great one. Thanks.
Mark Greenhill, Golf Shop Radio Show, joining us. Troy D. A little too cold to get out there and golf today.
Yeah, I actually had lunch with Mully, who's our local golf expert, and it might have even been too cold for him.
Yeah. Might. All right, Troy D., thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, big one coming up against Temple. This is a must-win situation for East Carolina if they want to go to a bowl game, in my opinion.
Got to win it.
Got to win this one, because then you're down to only 3 at Memphis, at Navy, and Cincinnati at home. Let's just say Cincinnati unlikely. So you got to win one of the other 2. And it would be great to win 2 of them and finish the year 7-6. You'd finish. Am I right about that?
7-5.
7-5, correct. If you win the next 3 and lose to Cincinnati, 7-5.
Why not win them all?
Well, it would be great.
Troy D. once said anything's possible.
8-4 would be an amazing finish to the season. Right now, they just got to get through Temple, and then the goal, get to 6.
5-4 in mid-November would look really good compared to where we've been in the past.
I just feel the road to 6 goes through Temple right now. You got to get that, and got a big day for you guys coming up tomorrow. Schedule, as you know, me and Ella be trying to schedule a little studio food to lift the spirits of everybody on the pregame show. CD's Grill going to be making an appearance for the first time this season.
I'm excited about that.
And got breakfast sandwiches from CD's Grill. And guys, look, and you're pretty even keel, Clip, off the air. It's hard to get Clip excited. I'll tell Clip things and be like, okay. It's not like, this was the first, like yesterday I was like, hey man, I'm thinking about bringing CD's Grill in, and that'd be cool, breakfast. And it was the first, I saw Clip light up like I haven't seen him light up in years. Like, I got a smile out of him. He was excited. Man, that sounds great. This would be fantastic. So I was like, wow, I think we finally have done something here.
It's an extra motivation to come in here.
No, that made me feel, I was glad that you were that excited about it. I just hadn't seen you that pumped up about something since the Atlanta Braves won the World Series.
Wes, excited about it too, right?
I am, because I was there this morning, So
What'd you get?
I got 3 eggs, bacon, grits, and cheese biscuit.
Were you at the Burgall location?
No.
You were all over the place, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess when you start that early with the chickens, Troy, you can get a lot done in the morning.
What time do you go to bed, Wes?
I go to bed midnight.
And what time do you wake up?
This morning, 4 o'clock.
No wonder you're the way you are.
4 hours?
And that's like a normal night for
Hey, you
you,
can
right?
use the extra hour coming up.
Have you ever thought about, man, I'm going to try and get like 8 hours of sleep tonight. I'm going to go to bed at 10 and sleep until 6.
I can't do it.
Why?
I've got so much responsibility on my shoulders. I've got
Got the whole world on your shoulders,
Yeah.
Wes. Wow.
His back hurts from carrying Pirate Radio all these years.
Trust me, it ain't us.
All right, let's wrap up this hour. Troy D, we'll talk to you at the tailgate fields tomorrow.
Yes, we'll check in a couple times out there, if not 3, and look forward to seeing you guys out at the tailgate. Well, not you, but our friends of the station.
All right, well said. We'll be back.
I can't see you out there, Clip.
No.
I look forward to talking to you.
Yep, I'll be here.
Yeah.
We will be back with you. Tony Dunn will join us either here or by phone. I'm assuming he'll be here.
What's up, homie?
Hey, homie. We'll make some picks, talk some Panthers, and more. Odell Beckham released by the Cleveland Browns.
Could be going to the Bears, I read.
Do you want that?
Right now, what the hell could it hurt?
Okay.
I mean, honestly, why not?
I think he goes to NFL rehab down in Tampa, like Antonio Brown.
Oh,
did.
he'll be a Pro Bowler.
And he'll be
if
a
he
Pro
does that,
Bowler.
no question.
Probably so. All right, we'll take a timeout. Come back. Have more for you after this.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Free Boot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Free Boot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Free Boot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number 1.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, football is back, just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I really miss this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan, not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker at Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we have party rooms at our Memorial Drive location? We can accommodate parties from 10 to 110, or anything in between. We can serve family-style buffet or order off the menu. Parker's Barbecue. Come celebrate with us.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
When your AC needs repair or replaced, call on a reliable service professionals, Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go to delcorinc.com or call them at 252-321-8868. Delcor, the service professionals in Greenville, North Carolina. Now back to the Hour 2 of PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
Thank you, Wes Hines, for bringing us back into the show. The big dog Glenn Griffin also here, and to my left, Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Panthers coming off a win, Tony.
Life is good.
Been a long time coming.
I know.
And now my team trying to get off the schneid. They won't do it this weekend because they are off, which I will enjoy a Sunday of not being mad. So looking forward to that. We'll start with let's start with the Panthers last week. Tony, what happened right for Carolina to win that game over Atlanta?
Got ahead. Well, they're not necessarily ahead, but they kept it a low-scoring game, a ball possession game, ran the ball a lot, kept Matt Ryan off of his point. His feet were never set. And they just kind of grinded out. To be honest, not a lot went fantastic either. The defense did play exceptionally well, and we ran the ball 47 times, Clip. I mean, it's like an insane amount of rushing attempts. It took 2 weeks for Matt Rule's.
He said it, right?
Yeah, just 2 weeks later. I mean, why did they do that the week before? I think 47 is kind of ridiculous, but hey, it wasn't the prettiest of wins. But we're waving the full four.
The Panthers have a college all-star backfield right now. With Chuba Hubbard had 82 yards and a touchdown. Amir Abdullah, who I thought was out of the NFL, drafted high by the Lions years ago.
Played fantastic for us.
Royce Freeman, who the Broncos thought, hey, maybe we got our next great running back. Didn't work out there. So an eclectic mix in the backfield filling in for Christian McCaffrey right now.
Yeah, I mean, it takes three guys to fill the shoes of Christian McCaffrey, and now Christian McCaffrey is going to be out there with those shoes on this weekend, we hope.
I
think so. Have they not announced it? Did they announce something different today?
They hadn't announced it.
I mean, he was at practice today, so I mean, it might be a game time decision, but
sure.
I mean, there is a opportunity that he plays this weekend, so it's not off the table as far as I've heard yet.
You know what that win looked like to me?
What's that?
Temple football.
Just
it looked like Temple Matt Rule football, like
defense.
Defense. win ugly.
It was an ugly win. I mean, I'm happy we won. In fact, a scrappy win. What is he? This guy's waving a samurai sword in the Braves celebration. Sorry, it's distracting. No, is that it was a kind of it was just a backyard
grind it out.
Alley scrum.
I mean, to hold Atlanta and the biggest story of this game was Calvin Ridley. And when was that announced? Was that Sunday morning or Saturday night?
I think it was a little bit earlier than that even.
It was earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week?
Yeah. I think it might have been like Friday.
Earlier, like Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Not like Tuesday,
I felt
Wednesday.
like we heard it. Okay. Maybe it was Saturday and it felt early. Maybe it just felt early.
Yeah. Anything before Sunday morning feels early.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get the memo because he was in my lineup on Sunday.
I didn't realize, though, that... Well, then this week it turned into more that he was just he wasn't taking a day off, but he's taking time away from the NFL.
That's what was announced on Sunday.
He tweeted that Sunday.
Yeah, 10-4. But, okay, all that being said, to hold the Falcons at home, which had been having success, right? They had won, 3 in a row?
Yeah, we were on a 3-game losing streak. They were on a 3-game win streak.
To hold them to 13 points in the Dome. I mean,
they shut down Kyle Pitts.
I wanted to point that out, too.
It's kind of easy when that's the only guy you got to look at, though.
Yeah.
And they had a particular play. I saw a key play in the game. I think it was the 3rd or 4th down. Gilmore one-on-one with Kyle Pitts. That's what you bring him in to do, guard the team's best weapon you're playing. And I thought that was awesome to see, right, Tony?
Yeah, really. It's nice because, see, this is what it shows kind of what J.C. Horn added to this defense in those first 3 weeks is it really allowed that secondary to play man coverage, which then allowed that defensive front and them linebackers to they could scheme and game plan differently. But as soon as you go into the zone defense, it then requires your linebackers to be a little bit more committed in the pass game, not as much involved in that rushing attack. And so just having a player that can lock down a big time player half the field,
Like, how many corners go one-on-one with one of the biggest and most athletic tight ends in the league?
Or just one of the biggest athletic wide receivers in the league. I mean, really, that's how I view him. At one point, there was a Panthers fan I know that bet money that Kyle Pitts was going to have over 200 yards. I was like, first of all, that's a little rich just on a regular basis.
Sure.
Well, who was it? Were they having flashbacks of the
Julio?
Was it Julio that had
Ben
Wickery?
Yeah. So that's exactly, and that's what they referenced. I was like, well, man, that's kind of an anomaly to bet money on, and a significant amount of money
on 200 yards from a rookie tight end, even though he's had some good games.
Yeah, he had 2 games in a row where he was really good, but his first few weeks was absent.
Well, he came up
less than average,
187 yards short.
Yes, he did.
2 for 13.
So the defense did, and Matt Ryan was flustered the whole time. He just looked uncomfortable, and then and he had limited opportunities. So not only did they get after him, but then when they got the ball back, they took time, ran the ball. And I think it's funny because we are 4-4 now, and that was the title of our podcast, Waving the 4-4. But it really felt not like we held up Atlanta with a 4-4, but more like we jumped out of a trash can in a dark alley and stabbed them in the back with like a shard of glass.
Whatever it takes.
That's right.
And a huge game coming up this Sunday. I joked, Tony, before the year that instead of the Cam versus Darnold matchup everybody wanted, you were going to end up seeing Mac Jones versus P.J. Walker.
And
I'm half right.
Oh, because of Mac Jones?
Yeah.
And I don't even know. I mean, we're not 100% sure that Sam Darnold is back either.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, it's kind of like, I think he's at about the same that Christian McCaffrey is. They've been involved in practice, limited reps. But I think if he's at practice, then he's out of the concussion protocol. And doesn't it kind of feel like the concussion protections are going away? Yeah.
It used to be 2 weeks guaranteed. Now it's maybe a week.
And now everybody that goes into the tent comes out without a concussion.
Magic.
I mean, yeah, but those years where the optics was on it, it was like,
that Darnold hit Sunday.
Yeah,
that Darnold hit Sunday. He would have been out of the game, and then definitely wouldn't have played this week.
So I'm behind on my stream when I watch TV, so I'll see tweets a few seconds before, and I heard, "Oh my God, Sam Darnold just got rocked." Do you remember the play before that? He got hit hard on that play.
Yeah.
And I was like, it wasn't that bad, but he got hit pretty hard. Then I saw the play he was talking about. Like, good God, it was back-to-back shots.
He got destroyed. Yeah, but, he was doing some damage with his legs. In fact, now, the Panthers had over 200 yards rushing, but that's including something like 60 or 70 yards from Sam Darnold on the ground, and he's proven that he can get out there and when there's some open field, he can take advantage of it.
I don't know if I had just ignored his career heading into this year. I had no idea, and then we saw it the first few weeks where he was leading the league in touchdown rushes.
Right,
I had no idea he could do that.
We saw that one play last year where he was like high stepping.
Yeah, he did like 70 yards against somebody. That's right.
So, what's nice is hopefully, is that I think he showed some resiliency, right? Is that nobody was perfect in that game. He was not perfect, but he's coming off of a game where he was benched. Yeah, I think he went out there and showed some mental toughness.
Some grit.
Yeah, and that's exactly what, because if he doesn't have it, he's already broken then. Is that if he's not mentally tough, the criticism, he went broken in New York before he got here.
He's a David Carr.
Yeah. So that's exciting. The Carolina Panthers, getting to 500, exciting. Now hosting New England without Cam. But look, is that all of a sudden now we're back. It shows you, the NFL is so wonderful, is that ready to quit on the team. Oh gosh, fire
all it
sale.
takes is one ugly win in your bag, baby.
And now you get your hosting the Patriots.
It's a huge game.
Who had a big win on the road. But their quarterback, Mac Jones, who everybody has been celebrating, had a terrible week last week. He was 50% passing. He was 18 for 36. Whoa. He had 200 yards, no touchdowns. He just didn't turn it over. He was throwing the ball out of bounds, was throwing it at people's feet. And not that I'm saying that one game means he's not good. Not trying to say that. But let's not just act like they went on the road and won against the Chargers because of Mac Jones. It wasn't only that. It's not that simple. So this can be tough for a team to win 2 games in a row. This is a long road trip, cross country, then back here. Bill Belichick, though, best defensive mind in the NFL, arguably, or at least for a long time, and he can frustrate quarterbacks. Sam Darnold, he's frustrated him throughout his career. He's 0-3 against Bill Belichick.
That was the ghost game.
Yeah, seeing ghosts, exactly. And I think the Patriots are a balanced team. That's the thing, is they're not really great at anything, but they're not terrible at anything either.
The more you talked about that, the more I realized that, because I was going to bring up how the Patriots played bully ball last week and ran the football with Harris and those guys, and it sounds like we have 2 almost identical teams playing this.
They're kind of similar.
Yeah.
They are very similar. And, and then it's cool. It's like Gilmore, revenge game for Gilmore. And man, the Panthers they need to get this. If they get this win, there's a little bit of momentum. Then you're going to play the Arizona Cardinals. That's going to be a tough matchup. But these are games you're supposed to try to win, and maybe they can pull it out. I'm not excited. I think they're home dogs, though. 3 points.
Yeah, that's right. The Panthers dogs coming up. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll talk about last night's game briefly. We'll get Tony's a few more of his thoughts on the Patriots matchup, and then get to the picks. A historically bad week for Tony Dunn last week. Probably the worst week a picker's ever had on the show.
The worst week I've ever had, for sure.
We'll go over the records and talk about some games when we return after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. going to get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
Hey, Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
This is a public notice. Only Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar. All wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Bedroom suits, living room suits, up to 75% off. Regular mattresses sets, regular $500. Today, $200. Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Jersey Mike's open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Order in store or online through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now back into Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Here is Cliff Rock.
All right, thank you, Wes Hines. Had a chicken cheesesteak from Jersey Mike's last Sunday while I was watching some football.
Sounds delicious.
Don't
Did you go full size?
Don't yeah, giant.
I'm just asking you.
I like them peppers. Their sweet peppers are so good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All their ingredients are very high quality.
Yep.
I enjoy it.
And yeah, don't sleep on the hot subs there. I mean, they have great.
Oh, that's the only way to go.
Give me 17.
What's that, Wes?
That's everything.
Everything.
That's all the meats.
All the meats.
Put them all.
Everything you got in that cooler and put on a sandwich.
Number 17. Mike's Way?
And make it. Do you want that giant? Of course.
Yeah, I do.
I go Mike's Way, no tomatoes. Not a tomato guy. You a tomato guy, Wes?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I like the club sub, the one that's got where the one that's got the roast beef, the turkey, and the bacon, and all.
Right, you get a nice mixture of meats.
Yeah.
A plethora, as Bryce Williams would say. Tony, did you watch Thursday Night Football?
Not at all.
I watched a little bit, and it was a blowout until it kind of wasn't. The Jets were driving late, could have cut it to one possession, but Josh Johnson, that's right, Josh Johnson was picked off. We were just going through his tenure in the NFL, his LinkedIn, I guess. I saw him play live as a member of the Buccaneers when he was quarterback and Jason Campbell was the Redskins quarterback. This was all the way back in 2009. About 8 years later, Chandler saw him play live at a Tennessee Titans game playing for the Redskins. So I was curious, all the Panthers games you've been to, have you ever seen Josh Johnson play quarterback?
I might, it would not surprise me if I went back through the Rolodex of games if he was playing for an opposing team at some point. Maybe the Bucs that year that he was playing. I don't know. How can you not have seen him at this point?
He's been with the Bucs, the Browns, the Niners, the Bengals, the Niners again, the Bengals again, the Jets, the Bills, the Giants, the Texans, the Giants again, the Redskins, the Raiders, and now is the Jets quarterback, but it looks like Mike White. They're already saying we'll be ready to go next week. And Tony, you brought up the line that's kind of floating around right now. How can all these quarterbacks run the Jets offense other than their top pick in the draft, Zach Wilson?
And I tell you one thing is Cam Newton never going to play in the NFL again, but Josh Johnson going to be playing in 2040.
And he's been making like almost $1 million a year. Of course, this year he's only making $140,000, but he just put up. Does he get a bonus for the 300 yards last night?
That can't be possible. There has to be he has to be on the vet minimum by now. If there's a vet in the league, it's this guy. It has to be.
Yeah,
I had to say. In fact, he should get like not only like a senior citizen discount, but in addition to the vet. Like you've lasted this long in the league.
Well, this says his base salary is about $600,000. So I don't know. Anyway, he's made a pretty penny. Although, as Tony pointed out during the break, he's hanging out with multimillionaires, so he's still like the broke guy.
Yeah, and they probably make him buy dinner all the time.
Josh, you got this one? Yeah, I'll get it.
He's pulling up in his Camry.
He's got money like he hangs out with his old friends who are broke.
He has the nicest Honda Accord off the lot.
Yeah, I got new rims on.
Got those alloys.
Looking good, looking fresh. The Colts ran the football. Do you know the Colts running backs coach is?
Yes, it's Mo, Coach Mo.
Coach Mo has finally found his calling. The Colts last night, much like the Panthers did last week, except the Colts had 260 rushing yards, 172 coming from Jonathan Taylor. He had 2 scores. Nyheim Hines, the NC State Wolfpack product, had 74 yards and a touchdown.
Coaching is easy when you got good players. You know, I think Google the Panthers quarterbacks coach. I don't know if it's Pat Meyer, whatever this guy's name is that Sean Ryan. All right, so people were telling we new quarterback coach. It's going to help Sam Darnold because he's coached Deshaun Watson. He's coached Matthew Stafford. Sam Darnold has not been very good, and it took Matt Rule having a sit down with him where they watched Tom Brady film and dissected how his drop was too fast and he was going up in the pocket too quickly and it was throwing off the timing. And I was sitting there thinking, why does Matt Rule have to sit here and do this? Where is this guru Sean Ryan? And maybe he isn't a good coach. He just happened to have had Matt Stafford and Deshaun Watson, which made it easy.
So maybe Norv Turner was a good football coach, right?
Yeah.
All right, but he was the Cowboys offensive coordinator when they had Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, the best O-line ever assembled. Things were easy. Then he went to go coach the Redskins as a head coach, and they stunk offensively. when North Turner was good again, when he had Phillip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson. So, the players do
help. Players do help.
It's hard to scheme. Like in the NFL, like in college, you can probably do it because, I don't know, you can do some wacky formations and things like that. It's got to be tougher in the NFL if you don't have the talent.
I feel like we have to talk about some of the big stories, though, in the NFL. Man, it's like a giant story.
Here's the obvious question. Would you want Odell Beckham Jr. on the Panthers?
No, unless he can be a offensive lineman. It doesn't really help us at this point. Now, I mean, I guess on a game by game basis, I don't think he would hurt your scheme. We talked about this on this week's debate. My take is we debated if Odell Beckham Jr. was toxic. And I cited do you remember when we went down I think I heard you read them off earlier in the week.
The numbers?
Yeah, in those 3 years, because like Chandler was saying how one catch, and it was how 3 straight consecutive years of dominance really factored in.
Double-digit touchdowns. Like, he had great numbers. That catch, though, did send him into the stratosphere.
Iconic.
Yeah.
It was an iconic catch, but it was doing it at a time. I think he did it as a rookie, and then he backed it up the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And there's a How I Met Your Mother episode, which I did not watch the show. I just see this one episode one time. It was like on like a rerun, and the Doogie Howser character. Who's that guy in life? Remember?
Oh yeah, I was thinking Big Bang Theory, but you said How I Met Your Mother. Barney. Is that his name in the show?
Right. Yeah. We should know. I should know his
Neil
name.
Patrick
Neil
Harris.
Patrick Harris. Yeah, and he is talking about how he put this graph up, and it was how hot and crazy for women having a relationship, and once it crosses this like line, it's intolerable. Is that Odell Beckham Jr., the antics and the craziness are all tolerable when you are producing. Now the thing is funny is he's actually kind of quieted down and not been as much of a diva over the last year, but neither has the production, and injury has been the problem.
That's a good point, but we only see what we see on game day. We don't see practice, locker room. But you're right. He has really just become a normal Joe on a team, both in his lack of antics and in his lack of production.
Yeah.
He's just,
I haven't seen him on the social media as much.
It might have been Jim Rome earlier today. He was like, and let me see what his numbers are this year real quick.
He has 16 catches this year.
That's what he said. He said, you know what happens to guys in the NFL when you reach week 9 and you have 16 catches? You get cut. That's what he is right now.
Now, in fairness, Baker Mayfield isn't the most exceptional quarterback, so could he be better on a team?
Sure, everybody could.
Right. Now, that is true. What I am most interested in is how the Browns have kind of fumbled this situation. If this relationship was kind of deteriorating so much, there are teams out there that could use some immediate help. You think about what's going on with Green Bay, and we can pivot to that discussion a little bit, is that they need weapons. It's like, it almost seems like the Browns were kind of petty. He was trying to get out of there. They said, no, we're not going to let you out of here. Then they sent him home for practice, and then all of a sudden it escalated. Then he's asking for a release. That dad made the tweet, and it seemed like somebody wanted to, they were showing down, like a showdown. So anyway,
a little game of chicken. Who's gonna buy? Who's gonna?
But I think this is that at this point, those years are far behind us at that point, and it's kind of like Cam. To this is that all of a sudden, the last time he had a very productive year is getting farther and farther in the rear view mirror, and I think Odell. But
doesn't it feel like, Tony, he could go down to rehab in Tampa like Antonio Brown did, or? If all this Aaron Rodgers stuff wasn't going on, Green Bay would have been a great spot for him. Because you're right, if he's with an elite quarterback, he can be an elite receiver still.
Yeah.
But if he goes to another bad situation, it's
an Antonio Brown situation in the making. Like you said, is that Antonio Brown was the best receiver in the league for a long time. And, it was head and shoulders above everybody. Kind of like putting up the Odell. They were in the first 3 years. Yeah, and it was for a while he was doing it. And then he had all the problems. He went to different places. It wasn't working out. Now, he's been very good in Tampa, but he's not going to ever achieve that top level
No, but he's a major
He
weapon
can make
again.
a difference now, and so Odell could do that on a team. You know, you wouldn't be surprised if the Rams give a look at him. If Las Vegas gives a look at him. I mean, everybody's going to want. I mean, I guess now it's all just about who doesn't claim him on waivers. I saw somebody said that Odell's dad is already tweeting slander about Jared Goff to keep him off the Lions.
Yeah, he could probably have a long highlight reel of Jared Goff missing him with passes. All right, you ready to move on to the picks? Did you want to talk about Rodgers?
If you want to.
I mean, I don't.
Woke cancel culture, mob, whatever they said today. He's the victim now. I just think this is I don't know. I don't know what the right opinion is on it. I do think if the league does not punish him and Green Bay, it just shows you that all of this was a dog and pony show from the beginning.
I think it's funny that so remember the NBA, LeBron was at a party and nothing happened to him. And now Rodgers went through as if he was vaccinated.
That's like misleading.
It just appears that some guys the rules don't apply, and if this happened to a third string left tackle,
he's getting cut.
That nobody cared about. He's getting fined, cut, whatever. But Rodgers and LeBron, why even have the rules
If the third string right guard went out there and had that Pat McAfee interview, they'd be gone.
Well, a lot of people are criticizing Cam Newton for his openness with his dad, and they had on his YouTube channel and how
I don't have an issue if you're open about it.
Right, but about why he's not in the league and why he thinks that and he was so candid.
That's his beliefs.
Yeah, but he got a lot of smoke for the vaccination stuff, and Rodgers over there saying I'm immunized or whatever that is.
But Cam was honest about it. That's the whole thing. Cam was open and honest about it and forthright, whereas Rodgers tried to ease his way around it with some non-truth.
Well, I mean, some of it is, I think some of it is you could say that black men in America have to work twice as hard at the same thing to get the results. So, me being the Cam, I'm Cam.
You're an apologist.
Cam. Yeah. But the other hand is that being a superstar at a superstar position, the quarterback. Look,
superstar position.
Yeah, is Deshaun Watson if he was at a different position, I don't think he'd be in the NFL right now or be on the commissioner non-exempt list.
Ask Ray Rice.
They've handled that. Yeah, exactly. Ask Greg Hardy, these types of things. And so the quarterbacks do get different treatment. We know that. In this case, it just seems like I think that is that we all know a lot of the things that we do in society are for optics.
Yeah,
and if we all know that, but even when you know that, you got to at least do. If you're going to do it, do it. Look,
I get exactly what you're saying. Whether we agree with the rules in place or not, he did not follow the protocol. And again, maybe it's stupid, it's dumb to have those protocols, but why even have them in place if you're not going to enforce them when Aaron Rodgers does?
Somebody told me this: don't put a rule in your syllabus if you're not going to enforce. If you don't really enforce it, then just don't put it in there. And on top of that, the Las Vegas Raiders were fined a 4th round pick last year because Gruden didn't wear his mask on the sideline to show the NFL cared about the world. But now,
a lot of inconsistency.
Yeah,
sure.
All right. On that note, I'm excited to see what Jordan Love does against the Chiefs.
Are you part of the woke mob?
Tony is.
That's what Aaron Rodgers said. He said the woke mob was coming after him.
I do first, as I don't feel so sorry for him in this case because he's got all the advantages of money, power, influence on all of this. So I don't feel sorry for him. I do understand that the internet gives kind of that mob mentality a lot of power at times. You know what I mean?
There's that come for you.
And we like to fire. It's just get people fired. That makes, I don't know why it makes people feel better, but it does.
I kind of feel like that's lost a hair of steam.
I don't know. I think everybody's just tired at this point.
They're tired of it. People are just tired. Just stop beating me over the head with it. My goodness.
Yeah. Look, they forced teams to get. Think about what they did to the owner of the Clippers, right? Forced sale immediately. Jerry Richardson.
Well, now they're trying to potentially do that with the Suns owner.
Yeah, which those comments.
But if you have if you have it on record and you've got the man dead to rights on some really bad stuff, then you got to do it.
Sure. I'm not saying that we're in the right. I'm just saying that we have seen the cancel culture work. That they do their magic before.
Another phrase for that is consequence,
justice.
Well,
right. There
has
to be consequences for some things. You cannot be but so.
And
wild.
I think Rodgers is gonna. I think he'll only get fined. That's what I think they're gonna do is fine him and probably say the games he missed because of COVID were his suspension or something.
Yep. Yeah.
But I do
retroactive 1 game suspension.
And especially because they're in the hunt and doing well. But I do think that they should be penalized. I think that he should be either suspended for 4 games or 2 games or something to that effect. I mean, because the rules were in place and you tried to get around them, and that's just the case. That's just what it is.
Tony, you need to get woke to picking NFL games.
Now, I want to put a couple of things out there. There were some upsets last week. It was a terrible week. It was an awful week of football.
That's fine, but you still picked the Jaguars.
Oh, my gosh.
You still picked the Washington football team.
I took a lot of shots last week. I took too many unnecessary risks.
You took the Giants on the road to the Chiefs.
No, that was an if or an or, so I should get one.
Well, what was the if? I
said if Mahomes doesn't start.
Okay.
So
you don't get to do that with your bookie, though.
Well, I'm not a bookie.
Well, I asked in the beginning.
All right, you're 4-10, and you're 71-40.
So that puts me 3 games back now.
71-42. All right, so last week I was 8-6. Glenn was 7-7. Tony was 4-10.
By the way, y'all ain't that good either.
Yeah, but you make us look better.
My 74-39 over your 70-43.
Patriots at Panthers. Are the Patriots good?
I think they're not
good.
Awful.
I think they're pretty good.
I think they game plan well. The defense is pretty stout.
I think they win another one on the road this week. I'm going to take the Patriots at Carolina.
I'm back on my team. Panthers.
You were off for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Back on the Panthers.
I'm back on the Panthers. This is one of those games I think is a coin flip, then.
Again, they look like mirror images. They play good defense. They run the ball. What quarterback makes the mistake? I think Darnold does before Mac.
And like you said, the game plan for the Patriots last week really kind of was much like what the Panthers' game plan was, and that is let's grind this sucker out. The way to hurt their offense is to keep them off the field. And then, those are the types of things you need to do for young quarterbacks or struggling quarterbacks.
I wonder what the over. I'm gonna see what the over under is on this. What do you think it is, Tony?
Probably like 44,
41. That's low, buddy.
It is. I mean, they're thinking it's a
20-17 type game.
Glenn, who you got?
Patriots.
All right. Browns at Bengals. This is a big game. Cincinnati coming off a loss to the Jets.
Well, we all lost this one last week.
The Bengals?
Yeah. Good gosh.
There's a lot of drama in
the Browns
Cleveland.
Resurgent, though, because they got rid of the OBJ
Do
problem.
they rally around him being gone now? I like the Bengals to bounce back. I'm going to take them at home.
I'm taking the Bengals at home.
Same.
Okay.
I'm not a Browns believer. Still,
not at all.
Like it's going to take so much for them to.
They're just very unstable.
I don't think you ever really jumped on them last year either, did you? Even when they were.
It's going to take more to. I don't know what it's going to take.
Broncos at Cowboys. Dak is back. Cowboys are a 10-point favorite. I'll take Dallas at home.
Yeah, my hatred for Teddy Bridgewater probably overruled last week and lost that Broncos.
And your love for Taylor Heineke.
Yes, and my love for Taylor Heineke.
Glenn.
Heineke. Cowboys for me.
Yeah, and there's no doubt.
Falcons at Saints.
Ooh, a lot of upsets last. How the Saints beat the Bucks?
Shout out to me.
I didn't even go. You did pick that, didn't you?
Of course,
that's crazy. And Jameis went out, right? Out for the season.
He had some wacky plays last week.
How did they? I didn't watch the game. How did that even happen that they won?
Great defense, and Trevor Siemian wasn't terrible.
He's going to get the start this week. No Taysom Hill. They're not going to make the switch. I think this is a Thursday night game, right?
Well, Glenn, it's Friday.
I'm sorry.
What day do you think it is?
Next day.
Maybe Tuesday.
That was great.
We know it's not. We know it's Friday.
Obviously
One,
it is.
because you're here.
Obviously. Things happening.
That was awesome.
On the way up here, I was listening to
You went into a time portal?
I was listening to fantasy football radio.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, maybe they're not going to switch to Taysom Hill because it's a short week. And I had that in my mind for some reason as a point to pick up. But
So is the next week their short week? Let's see. No?
yeah, I don't know where that comment came from.
I'm kind of. Do you think that are the Saints a good team, or did they just catch? Was it a trap game for the Bucs?
I think nobody takes them serious.
That can be both, but they crushed the Packers. They
Are
handled
you
the
taking
Bucs
the
pretty
Saints
well.
against the Falcons at home?
Yeah, I'll take them.
Even with Trevor Siemian?
Yeah, I don't love it, but I'll take them.
I mean, I think
I'd rather do that than take the Falcons on the road. So
yeah.
I feel like the Falcons play better on the road almost than they do at
The
home.
Saints definitely played better at the Dome, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because I took too many risks last week. I think I'm gonna play it safe here.
Your
and go with
risk
the-
adverse
Yeah,
this week.
exactly.
You taking the Saints, Glenn?
I'm going to take the Falcons.
Okay.
I'm investing in Apple only. You know what I'm saying?
Not that you like to
Grade A
hear this,
stocks
Tony,
only.
but the Dome was rocking last week. Great atmosphere for a football game.
Okay.
Again, I know you don't like that. Raiders at Giants. You've kind of been
Yeah,
you've been a bit of a Giants whisperer, haven't you?
I have. And
You know what this looks a lot like, Tony?
You know, the
Raiders are a 3-point favorite on the road, a lot like the Panthers were a 3-point favorite on the road at New York. Just saying.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Giants.
Me too. Me too. And you know, they did play the Chiefs close.
Yeah. I could have beat them.
I tell you one thing, I am not, and I don't think they're on the list. Are the Lions got a game this week? I am not picking them again. I said this 2 weeks ago that I wasn't going to pick them again, and I went against it. I am never picking the Lions again.
Oh, against the Eagles last week.
Yeah. And they got smoked.
All right, you got Raiders or Giants? Glenn.
Giants.
All right.
Or is this, are the Raiders rallying around after the tragedy?
Oh, my goodness.
Because last time they rallied after...
They've completely changed the offense.
I said this earlier in the week. I do feel bad for Raiders fans, especially like L.A. Oakland Raiders fan, because let's say the team gets taken away from you, but I'm a diehard fan. I got to stick with my team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be Then you got Gruden gets the axe after the email stuff. Then you got the Ruggs thing. You're 5-2. Yeah. The Chiefs looks like they stink, but it's still like a black cloud over your whole organization.
It makes the whole
They could be
Antonio
2-5. Like they might as well be 2-5. They're
Yeah,
not on the
it
radar.
feels like it.
Yeah.
It almost it's like the Antonio Brown hot air balloon thing just seems normal at this point. You remember when he came to camp in the hot air balloon?
No.
You guys don't remember? He came to training camp in a hot air balloon.
Oh, when he was with the Raiders?
Yeah. They're like, Raiders, they're wishing for those days again.
You know what's funny? I don't remember that, and I really don't remember him being a Raider. It happened
Because he was only there for like a week.
Yeah. We'll all take the Bills against the Jags.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Take us to break, Wes. When we come back, we will wrap it up. Battle of the Purple Teams. Chargers at Eagles. Sneaky good game. And we'll talk about the rest of the slate when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local, print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now back to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, wrapping it up with Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com, Glenn Griffin, Wes Hines here as well. We got a great giveaway coming up, Hour 3, our Free Beer Friday. Today we've got a limited edition 12-pack of Busch Light Apple, along with some other goodies, so you can be a winner. 317-1250. Call when we tell you to call. And hour number 3, Free Beer Friday, brought to you by Bud Light. Every day, especially game day, is better with an ice-cold Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989 and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Got the Bud Light pregame tailgate coming your way Saturday at 11 as we get you ready for the 3 o'clock kickoff, Pirates and the Owls. All right, Vikings at Ravens. Never take. Did y'all take primetime? Y'all took primetime Kirk Cousins last week.
Yeah,
too.
mistake.
Bunch of suckers. Ravens off a bye. I like Baltimore at home against the Vikings.
Same.
I'm off the Vikings bandwagon.
Tony, Chargers at Eagles. I was kind of going back and forth, but you brought up something that pushed me towards the Chargers, and that is the coaching matchup in this game. Now, it's 2 first-year head coaches, but what did you say?
If Sirianni out games plans, Brandon Staley?
Out-processes?
Yeah, out-processes him with the best processes in the world, I'm going to be mad. The Chargers are struggling, though. I think they're on a 2-game losing streak.
They're 4-3 right now.
And it's tough, and the Eagles have sneakily become a pretty good team.
What they haven't done is
beat anybody good.
Yeah, and there's another trend I like, and why I'm taking the Chargers. So they crushed the Falcons on the road, came back, lost to the Niners at home. They had a big game with the Chiefs at home when they were kind of struggling, lost that one. They go on the road, beat the Panthers. They come back, they lose to the Bucs in a big game at home.
Ooh.
They have not won in front of their home fans, and I don't know why. But
is it time? Are they due?
You could do the due factor if you'd like. I say the Chargers are due for a win, so I'll take the Chargers.
Glenn?
I will take the Chargers on the road.
Man, I'm going to go with the Chargers, I guess. And now, if the Chargers lose this game, I think I'm
off of it.
Yeah.
Are you keeping a list of all your teams you're off of? Browns, Vikings, Lions, Chargers, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you had.
And this week it might be the Giants too.
I'm just saying, at some point you're
I'm not going to pick anybody.
You're going to be down to like 3 teams you can pick. The Panthers were on that list until this week.
I know.
Packers and Chiefs. The Chiefs should probably be on the list. They are home favorites. They can't cover against anybody. Can they cover against Jordan Love in Green Bay?
And why is Ben Kirk not starting this game?
He has COVID.
Does he?
Yep.
How did he get COVID playing Madden all day?
He tweeted about how he had COVID the same week the new Call of Duty is coming out. He
was excited about it?
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a close game.
Yeah.
But I have to take the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs, too.
God, do they look bad, though.
They've been horrendous.
I'm going to take the Packers.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do they rally?
I just think Love's been there long enough to know the offense.
I haven't seen him. I don't know who he is. I mean, I've heard his name before.
I'll take Mahomes over Love.
He's been in the learning seat for 2 years.
But I feel like he's also been in, they don't even show him on the sidelines. I feel like he's in witness protection plans.
Aaron Rodgers made sure the producers don't cut to him
that was part of his, if you want me to not sit out this year, I don't have to wear a mask. And if I see Jordan Love anywhere in this building, I'm out of here.
Wow.
He can stay home and play video games with Kurt Benkert.
That's it. We'll call you when we need you.
That's why Benkert don't come in. He's at the house playing games. Rodgers don't allow
any other quarterbacks to be on the premises.
He doesn't even let them play with the Green Bay Packers on Madden.
It's blocked.
If I see you illegal playing with my team,
don't be trying to learn this playbook.
The other quarterbacks don't get a playbook. It's wild.
Cardinals at Niners. I'm just going to tell Jeff Nadeau here. He picked the Niners, so I'll take them.
What?
Wow.
Well, I'm picking the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And the 49ers were this was a close game. Who'd they play last week? And they were losing at one point.
They beat the Bears.
Yeah. Now, that was another risky pick I took. It actually wasn't that risky. And the game was close, and then all of a sudden, was it Deebo Samuel or whatever?
Yeah, who is having he's on pace to break a Jerry Rice record.
Yeah, he's already broken one, which is the 4 game, how many yards he's had in 4 games or something like this.
Deebo Samuel has 819 receiving yards this year through 7 or 8 games? I guess 8 games.
Somebody was telling me in their fantasy football league that the guy in
7 games. Sorry,
traded Justin Jefferson and some other a good player both for Deebo Samuel. I was like, gosh, man! I
thought you were going to talk about me trading Jefferson last year,
right?
Some guy that didn't play all year. I can't remember who it was.
Joe Mixon.
Thank you, Tony, for reminding me of that terrible.
It's all right. I pay attention to your team last year and not to mine this year.
Glenn, Cardinals at Niners.
Cardinals.
Okay. Titans at Rams, rematch of a great Super Bowl from back in the day. I'll take the Rams at home.
Yeah. I mean,
there is some.
No Derrick Henry.
Matthew Stafford didn't
thumb
practice
problem
yesterday.
He's always got a thumb injury.
So just something to keep an eye on there. But
but the Titans don't have their engine. They're a car without an engine.
I almost feel like the Rams defense could just show up and win the game.
You saw they picked up, though.
Adrian Peterson.
Another 2,000-yard rusher from yesteryear. Adrian Peterson.
2,000 years ago.
And why isn't he on the... Did they get him off of the Ravens practice squad?
Why isn't he on the Ravens practice
I know.
squad? A lot of questions.
I know.
Everybody's taking the Rams?
Yes.
Bears at Steelers. This is not a great Monday night game at all. The total in this game is 39. Yikes.
I bet the weather's going to be horrible, too.
I'm taking the Bears.
Yep.
I'll take
Justin Fields.
Steelers.
Justin Fields come-out game.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to have like 100 yards rushing.
And 100 yards passing.
It's going to be cold and wet.
Yeah, did you see Fields' touchdown run last week? It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was like
the kid has the vision.
Yeah,
and Steelers pulled. What did they beat the Browns last week? Something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And that's just they kind of stumble into that.
All right,
the Steelers team is not good.
They're at home against the Bears. I just want to remind you that this is a run from last week, Tony. The whoop, the whoop, and then he got
that's a Lamar Jackson run right
outside and forget about it.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, well, he's going to need to do that on Sunday or Monday.
3 to 4 times probably.
Yeah.
Is that a Tuesday night game?
No, Thursday. Duh.
Tony, got the post game coming up after the game on Sunday.
All right, we got a lot of things coming down the pipe right now. The post-game show, pulling in guests, but a special show Wednesday night. We've got David Newton.
Oh, wow.
Yes, join us.
So this is a Panthers reporter for ESPN who has been criticized by everyone, including yourself.
Yeah, but I've become a fan of him in the last 2 years because I think he's like toying with us in a certain way. Like I think he's got his fingers on the pulse of America, kind of much like Donald Trump, like it's just a mastermind.
He knows that he's irking people.
It is a playful trolling.
Yes,
and you're going to ask him about it.
I'm going to ask him this: Is this? Do you do this intentionally, or do you stumble into this greatness? This week, he said that defensive coordinator Joe Brady said that Gilmore's just the greatest. Or something like that.
Coordinator?
Yeah, and so
that's why Tony likes him because he screws up more names than Tony does.
He does it just what I do.
Yeah.
He does what I know. So I love him, and he's gonna. And the other thing I really want to know is does he hear the noise?
Yeah,
and how does he filter it out? Much like a player who's
if he has a Twitter account, he hears.
But have you noticed him?
He answered my direct message.
Does he respond to?
Not usually to but he responded to my DM.
Good.
So I think he listens to the podcast. He knows I'm a fan.
I'm looking forward to hearing that conversation. So that's Wednesday night.
Yeah, so we got a lot of cool stuff going on. Just Google the C3 Panthers podcast. We're on YouTube, Facebook. We'd love to have you guys be a part of the community.
All right, thanks, Tony. We'll take a timeout, come back when we return. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. Morgan Ahlers will join us, Brian North, and also got a great giveaway, some Busch Light Apple limited edition will be handed out when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
Domino's new warm oven-baked dips and twist combos are making a lot of noise in the pizza world.
Holy cow.
That's good. There's cheesy marinara with dippable bread twist.
So cheesy. So tomatoey.
Sweet and cinnamony baked apple dip.
Now that is sweet.
And melty 5-cheese dip.
Hold up. 5 cheeses?
Try our new oven-baked dips and twist combos or any 3-topping pizza for $7.99 each when you carry out from Domino's. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Holiday time is precious. Save time and fly local at flypgv.com. Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book now at flypgv.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates! Hey, this is Troy D, proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Got damage? Damage from wood rot? Fixed. Damage from smoke or fire? Fixed. Damage caused by water? Fixed. If you've got damage, use a contractor that works for you, not your insurance company. Visit fixednc.com today or call 999-0001. That's 393001. Fix NC. Restore, renew, maintain. Now back into Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, Wes, I know our guest on the Fixed NC Live line is upset that he's not here to be live with you on this program, although he will be next hour on the high school huddle. Morgan Ahlers and Wes Hines will be producing that show. Morgan, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm still laughing about the clock going back an hour.
Oh, do you know about Wes's second clock?
No, he has a second clock?
Yeah.
Don't you remember when? You had to go back 2 seconds.
Morgan.
15 years ago, you had to go back 15.
We were 2 seconds ahead. We had to go back 2 seconds.
That's correct.
I missed it. I'm 2 seconds older than everybody.
Yeah. Hey, old man. All right. Morgan's living in the future, man. That's cool. Morgan, we got Pirate football Saturday. We got Pirate baseball going on right now with the Purple Gold scrimmage, and you got hoops beginning on Tuesday. The men at home taking on South Carolina State, the women on the road against Middle Tennessee State. So everything kind of intertwining here for ECU athletics. And we'll start with football, Morgan. The Pirates taking on the Temple Owls, got over the Owls bugaboo last year. Finally, we were able to knock them off, and now they'll try to do it at home. They have been unsuccessful doing that so far with those teams in the American.
Yeah, it's the Pirates I think they've got a lot of momentum right now. I really do. I think, last week was a good start against USF, and they've had a week and a half to get ready, and I think they've done a great job doing that. Whether it's raining or not tomorrow, I don't think that's really going to affect what the Pirates do, because it was raining last week when we played USF and still managed to throw the football, still managed to run the football, and hopefully we can continue to do that tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Morgan, Tony Dunn actually mentioned it last Friday when he was on the air, and I heard Donnie Kirkpatrick say it this week and Kevin Monroe when we talked to him. They all said that's the best Holton Ahlers has looked at quarterback as far as hitting his receivers, putting zip on the ball. So if you can do that in the conditions last week, you're right. You can do it in just about any conditions. We also saw a great running attack from the Pirates last week. So that second half was great. We'll see if they can put it together for 4 quarters against a really struggling team right now, Morgan. You look at the scores, the last 3 games for Temple, they have not been competitive at all.
No, they really haven't. They haven't done much offensively, and hopefully that continues tomorrow. And I was listening earlier to the comments that their head coach, Carey, was making about their quarterback situation. That is brutal up there in Philadelphia. I mean, it's the media's. If they turn on you in that town in particular, if the fans turn on you, whether you're the Eagles, Temple, whoever, it can get ugly fast, and I think it's getting ugly fast then. And I think hopefully they're going to come in as a little bit of a struggling team, and the Pirates will be able to take advantage of that. And, the Pirates need it. They need to win tomorrow and set themselves up. And I remember talking to Holton after the Houston game, and I told him, I said, you guys keep playing the way you're playing right now, and you'll run the table the rest of the way during the regular season. And I still stick by that, and I think that includes the Cincinnati game.
Morgan, ECU looking for win number 5 for the first time since 2015 when they take the field tomorrow against the Temple Owls. Eric Ward just sent out a picture, probably located from about where Morgan will be sitting there at midfield in the Town Bank Tower, and the picture is of the field, and they've got the Pirate State of Mind logo at midfield with the stars and bars, and it looks awesome for Military Appreciation Day. So check that out on Twitter, on social media if you haven't seen it. It's a good-looking field they'll be playing on Saturday.
Joey Perry and them do such a great job with the design of those logos when they do make the changes like that. And it's a very special day when you do have Military Appreciation Day, because we get to do what we do day in and day out just because of the folks that have made the sacrifices along the years for us. And I saw the video they put out yesterday with the World War II survivor his first visit ever to Daffy Ficklen Stadium. Man, that's moving. That's what it's all about, and hopefully be able to honor him and honor all the military that that protect us and give us the freedoms that we have. And it's a very special day with Military Appreciation Day.
Looking forward to it and all the festivities that go along with it coming up Saturday at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. And then, Morgan, I guess you'll be in Minji's Tuesday night, right, for some Pirate Hoops?
Yeah, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. They kicked things off. I actually went over to practice yesterday and watched them for an hour or so. And Very impressed with the way things are going. They've got some talent. I think it's gonna take them a little while to really gel. Hopefully by the time conference season gets here, I mean, you've got probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 guys are going to be playing the bulk of the minutes. I think some of the younger guys will be getting in there at spurts. Very impressed with some of the new guys they've got coming in, and talking with Coach Dooley for a little bit. He said, it's been a work in progress, but hopefully, things will really get after it and they'll gel. And I think some Pirate fans are going to be surprised with what they see on the hardwood this year.
Morgan, from what I understand, we talked to Joe Dooley a week or so ago, and he said that Winston Tabbs was practicing, but from what I understand, he did not participate in the scrimmages. So do you know the availability of him for Tuesday? Do you think he'll be ready to go when the Pirates start the season?
He was out there yesterday.
Okay.
Full speed yesterday, and he is as advertised. He can shoot it, he can score, he can handle the basketball, and I was very impressed with it. It's the first time I've had a chance to see him, because scrimmage games don't mean anything. They don't count on the record. If you're trying to bring somebody back slowly, almost like a pitch count in baseball, you don't want them going out there full speed and risking getting an injury, early on in the season. And when conference play comes along, you're struggling because he's hurt. I thought he looked good. I thought Luigi looked good. Vance Jackson, pretty good. I just think he's could be a special player. One of the guys that impressed me a little bit was the young man out of Raleigh, came from, I think, Brunswick Community College. I think Brandon Johnson is his name. I think that's right.
Yeah. Antoine Jackson, assistant coach, Morgan, I asked him, which of the freshmen could make an immediate impact, and he is very high on Johnson and the point guard Small as well. But he talked a lot about Johnson, who's kind of been, I guess, under the radar this offseason for ECU.
Yeah, it was really surprising because I had to go online and find out who he was. I was like, who is this guy? And then I realized, he's a freshman. Last year at the community college level didn't count, so he's still got 4 years to play.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a freshman. Physically, he doesn't look like a freshman. Running him down the court, he was running in the top 7 or 8 players, running on the black team yesterday. And, he looked really, really good out there. I was really impressed with the shooting drills they did. And then granted it's drills, but they worked for probably 35, 40 minutes on nothing but shooting. And various drills, coming off screens, doing a lot of different things, and just shooting the basketball. And I will go on the limb and say this, I'm Mr. Optimist when it comes to East Carolina basketball over the years, but they have a chance this year to probably be one of the better shooting teams we've had here at East Carolina. And I'll say that I think some of the young guys, you've got Tay Mosier, the kid out of Texas, you got Brandon Reyes, the kid out of the Baltimore area, I believe, can really shoot it. Javon Small looks really good. And those are just the freshman guys coming in. I mean, they've got a team that has a chance to win some games here, and Lord knows East Carolina basketball fans deserve that.
No doubt about it. We'll be there coming up Tuesday night. You'll see the Pirates take on South Carolina State in Minges Coliseum, getting the season tipped off, and Morgan Ahlers will be behind the microphone. Looking forward to that. Morgan Ahlers will be behind this microphone coming up at 6 o'clock on the High School Huddle, and a lot of area teams to talk about tonight, Morgan, as playoff action begins.
Yeah, it should be a good night of football with no rain tonight. You've got Rose hosting Croatan. That game's going to go at 7 o'clock. Percy Daniels Field. You've got Washington playing at home tonight. West Craven's playing at home. Conley's on the road to Durham Hillside. We'll talk with Coach Nate Connor about that game, and we'll talk with Will Bland from J.H. Rose, among others. And, North Pitt, they've got a tough one. They're going to Edenton Holmes High School and John Holmes High School up in Edenton. And Paul Hoggard, former East Carolina Pirates, the head coach up there. A lot of different games and some interesting games that are going on in Beaufort County. If you look, and we talk about this as we get into the in-depth analysis a little bit later on, is that North Side, South Side, and Washington, between those three teams, have only lost 4 games all year.
Wow.
There's a lot of winning football over in Beaufort County, and next week, if North Side happens to win tonight, which they probably should, South Side, they're playing a team tonight that has yet to win a game this season because all 1A teams that they feel are the football team made the playoffs, just due to the nature of how many teams are out there. But they'll be playing next week, so there's just a lot of good football games going on, and we'll preview it all coming up tonight at 6 o'clock.
And we'll have live coverage of D.H. Conley Durham Hillside coming up tonight, 7:30 start. Wes, when's the start time for Conley tonight? I know the kickoff's 7:30, right?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, 7 o'clock.
Well, playoff games have been moved up to 7 o'clock.
Oh, good. See, I'm
next week it'll actually be 6 o'clock, which will be 7 o'clock. But
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Well, for Morgan, it'll be 7:02, but for the rest of us...
No, it won't be 7:02. It'll be 7 o'clock and 2 seconds.
That's right. I'm sorry, I added 2 minutes. You're right, 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, don't make me any older than I am. I did something about this years ago, and Wes is 2 seconds ahead of me.
Morgan, we got Yellowstone coming up.
Oh, buddy, I'm rewatching. I'm binging right now. I'm binging Yellowstone.
All right, hold on. What do you got, Wes?
I just pulled up high school OT, and it says that the Conley game is at 7:30.
Well, that's what I saw earlier, but Morgan, what are you saying?
7:30 then. I don't care.
So I was right, but I listened to my best brains I got here, Wes and Morgan.
What I was told was that all the playoff games are starting at 7 o'clock. But again, the person that told me was Wes, so.
I did. Okay, I stand corrected. Okay.
I will find out and let you know immediately the true time of that game. Either way, Morgan Ahlers coming in at 6 o'clock and 2 seconds, and now I'm getting the text that says 7:30 tonight. So, Wes, you may want to contact the announcers of that football game and see what they're going to do about that.
Okay.
Morgan, thanks for joining us, man. We will check in with you again next week.
Whoa. We're talking about Yellowstone.
Oh, okay. So do you watch it live as it happens on what?
I will this week. If I can, I will. If not, I'll record it and watch it. But this week it's going to be live, and got my cowboy boots, my hat, my assless chaps that I'll be wearing.
Oh, good. You got a pair. Awesome.
Yep. I'm waiting for you to come over. We can sit and watch Yellowstone together in our assless chaps.
What do you think about that, Wes?
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Well, we're going to be sitting on the couch. You won't be able to see anything. I think it's a 2-hour premiere, if I'm not mistaken, Morgan.
It is a 2-hour premiere. And
you watch it too, Wes?
I do not watch it, but I've heard. I did see a commercial.
You got to get on it.
Said that it was 2-hour premiere.
Wes is what'd you say? Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, Little House on the Prairie.
You still watch that?
Yeah.
I mean, Yellowstone's a modern day kind of Little House on the Prairie.
What's wrong with watching
Michael Landon's daughters in Yellowstone?
Look, it's all coming together.
Okay, I watched Primetime. WWF Primetime. Remember that show?
What year? Well, Glenn, we have to bring in Glenn now. WWF Primetime.
Yes,
that predates
Raw.
Saturday Night's Main Event. Oh, it definitely predates Raw. This is like 80. 86,
so you're watching old wrestling? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
This is like Heenan.
Yes, Heenan and
Monsoon. And Gorilla Monsoon. You were telling us
and
about
the
that.
reason I want to see it that way because they argue all the time. I could care about the wrestling. I just want to hear them argue.
Morgan, you a big Bobby the Brain fan during his time?
Bobby the Brain was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yes.
And the fact that he made Wes want to watch wrestling just to hear him talk is even better.
Morgan, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks, guys. You have a great one, and have a great show tomorrow.
All right, there is Morgan Ahlers. We will do just that coming up 11 a.m. Saturday morning on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. We'll be with you after the game. Wes Hines taking your calls on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Wes, tell you what, man, let's open up the booty bag right about now and make somebody a big winner on this Friday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, a limited edition 12-pack of Busch Light Apple is on the line. We also will be giving away a Carolina Eagles shirt, koozies, and a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. 317-1250. 317-1250. We'll go caller 8 right now. and you can be our winner on Free Beer Friday. We'll have our winner and Brian North when we return after this.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelds and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. West Park also offers financing, service, and is your local ARE camper shell dealer east of I-95. Outfit your truck with the best technology around with ARE camper shell at West Park Motor Company. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and See, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Delcor is having a contest to find the oldest working home air conditioner. That's right. If you have the oldest working AC, you will win a train valued at $5,000. Go to DelcorInc.com to get details and submit your entry to win a train. It's hard to stop a train. Go to DelcorInc.com to enter the contest and win a new AC system powered by Delcor and Train. Once again, Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing will replace the oldest air conditioner found in Eastern North Carolina for free. But you have to enter to win it. Enter today at DelcorInc.com.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3, power!
Listening to our 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch our favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Now back into Pirate Radio Live, the hour number 3 edition. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, I'm looking forward to a cheesesteak and a wrap from Tiebreakers at about 6 o'clock tomorrow.
All right, I'll go with the ECU burger.
Wes Hines has put in the order for the ECU burger. Glenn's going to go with the hot boneless wings.
You know, always, baby.
And we stick with our staples here. On
Get a
the
nice family-sized thing of fried pickles in honor of Shirley.
Oh, in honor of Shirley's absence, we'll get fried pickles. I don't love.
You don't
fried
know?
pickles.
You don't like it?
No, I'm not a huge fan.
I like it.
I can see that.
I could see Chandler and Wes destroying the fried pickles.
Yeah, maybe we could have an eating contest during the 5th quarter. That'd be fun.
I like it.
All right, Brian North joins us on the Fixed NC Live line on this Friday, getting ready for tonight's playoff edition of the Blitz, and we'll talk college football as well. North, how you doing, man?
I feel like I'm in some kind of time warp. Is that Wes Hines I'm hearing in the studio?
Yes, sir. It is.
Airways, I haven't heard you in a while.
Hey, man, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing. Just living the dream. Wes, I got kids now.
Oh, man, that's great.
Screaming in the background. That's what's happening.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Brian North says he feels like he's in a time warp with all the conversations we've had on the show about time today. Had a long daylight savings time discussion with Troy D earlier in the show, Brian. What do you think about the topic?
So, I'm not a big fan of when the clocks change. I like daylight saving time because I like more daylight during the day. But now that I'm a morning person, forced to get up early, I kind of like my daylight in the morning. So the adjustment is easier in the fall than it is in the spring. So
there you go.
Better, more beneficial for you in the spring. So it's never any good. So.
North, let's start with the Pirates, 4-4, taking on the Temple Owls. Now, East Carolina was a big favorite earlier this year against Charleston Southern, and that didn't go so well. They were able to get the win. Now, they were double-digit favorites last week, albeit 10 points, 9.5, and a shaky first half, but a dominant second half for East Carolina. So, going into this game, Temple's been blown out 3 straight games. East Carolina, 16-point favorite. Maybe getting things right offensively, and the defense is flying around. Do they take care of business, or is this another close 2021 game? Because it seems like every game has gone that way for ECU this year.
Right, and their history with Temple has not been great, and Temple is one of those teams that, they've got to win a bunch here if they want to become bowl eligible, so I think desperation mode could be kicking in for them. ECU, this is a must-win game the way I look at it. They've got to win 2 of their last 4. One of those is Cincinnati, and even though you never want to concede any games, you realistically have to say that's not a game you want to have to win to become bowl eligible. So you need probably this one because of the history with Navy. And, Memphis may not be as good this year, but that's still on the road. And so you got to hold serve, I think, at home, and you have to win this game against Temple. So I think there's a little more pressure for the Pirates. And, again, I know every week I go back and talk about Skip Holtz coming off the John Thompson years, but there wasn't that big a bowl drought between when Skip Holtz took over and had to get them back to a bowl, where it's been 2014 with this team. And this is a program that needs to get back to a bowl for the practices, for the recruiting, for the public side of it. And so I think there's some pressure here. I don't know if the players feel it, but I really feel like there's some pressure for the program, the coaches, to get back to a bowl game.
I agree. I mentioned that word pressure last week, just taking on South Florida, because that felt a lot like this one, where you need to get it because it gets challenging coming up with the road games and, of course, with the Cincinnati Bearcats. Brian North joining us. North, let's talk about our Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Yeah.
This is it. How about their underdogs this week in Chapel Hill? It's a noon kickoff on ABC. Wake Forest sees number 9 beside their name in the college football playoff rankings. and they start their tough stretch with State coming up, with BC, with Clemson. So this is the first major hurdle, and this is the first time I'm assuming they've been underdogs all year, Brian, heading into a game.
Possibly. I think they were close underdogs before, but, their history in Chapel Hill is not great. The last time they played UNC, there was more than 100 points scored in the game. I think there's still, when it comes to gambling, you still have to understand there's name recognition that goes along with it and where the money goes. And Wake Forest is just not one of those household names. The only time they were good in recent memory, they were a defensive team. So it's interesting to hear national pundits still talk about Wake Forest like they're this defensive-minded, low-scoring team that really doesn't do much. It just tells me those who haven't watched Wake play, because their offense is spectacular, especially with Hartman at quarterback. And the defense is certainly suspect, and that's going to be the thing that may hurt them here in this stretch. If you remember in 2019, Wake was 7-1, then went 1-4 down the stretch. And Dave Clawson has mentioned that a few times this week, that for the program to mature, same thing with ECU, you're trying to mature here as a program. For Wake Forest, it's being able to handle these games here in November where they have struggled in the past. And it starts at a place they haven't played well, and that's Kenan Stadium against a Tar Heel team. You wonder what they're playing for. Bowl eligibility doesn't seem like a real enticing carrot for this Tar Heel team that was picked to possibly play in a New Year's Day Bowl. So I'm curious as to how Carolina comes out. But for Wake Forest, no, these next few weeks with NC State looming and with Clemson looming, this is a huge stretch for them, and they cannot, it's funny to say this, they can't overlook North Carolina with those other two games coming after that.
NC State, Brian, is a narrow road favorite on the road in Tallahassee against Florida State, and they got a lot to play for despite the two losses. If Wake does trip up and State has the head-to-head matchup coming up with Wake Forest, NC State could easily find themselves in the ACC championship game. They are 3-1 right now in league play, 6-2 overall, and they are ranked in the first college football playoff poll, albeit 19th. So they're playing for a lot when they go to Tallahassee on Saturday.
Let's go back into our time warp. The last time I heard Wes Hines on the radio on this show, if I would have said that you worry about NC State overlooking Florida State to get to the Wake Forest game,
right?
Crazy, right? So, and I don't think State's going to do that. Florida State's playing better. Be careful. They're dangerous. They're starting to play better ever since that Jacksonville State debacle. They hit rock bottom and started to bounce back up a little bit. They're a little more dangerous here now. So I don't think Dave Doran's overlooking them. But again, they haven't been a convincing team on the road. They had the good win at Boston College, but then they had the setback at Miami. I'm still leery on NC State going on the road and picking up a win. And with this Florida State team playing better, just be careful of this one. I'm not saying they lose, but just be careful watching this game on your TV or radio.
North, thoughts on Panthers-Patriots? As we were kind of going over the results last week and looking at this game, it kind of jumped out to me that these are mirror image teams. You've got two teams that run the football, which is what the Patriots did in their win last week over the Chargers, and the Panthers did it with success against the Falcons, and just play good enough defense to win. So that's why you've got a low over-under for this game in Vegas, sitting there at 41 for Sunday when the Patriots go to Charlotte to take on the Panthers. And very important game for both teams, coming in 4-4. I could see both of these teams kind of floundering the rest of the year. I could see both of them, especially the Patriots, jumping up and being a wild card in the playoffs. So this is a big one coming up Sunday.
Yeah, for the Patriots in their division, they certainly have a chance, can play for a wild card. And you always expect the Bill Belichick team to be playing better. For the Panthers, I think it comes down to injuries, right? If Christian McCaffrey plays this week or Sam Darnold plays this week, it's a different ball game than if you have P.J. Walker, Temple grad, playing for the Panthers, and who knows, running back. So it really, for the Panthers, has been injuries this year. I think the injuries are what have kept them from being a much better record team, team record-wise. So let's keep an eye on the injury report for both Darnold and McCaffrey, who will probably be game-time decisions or that morning. If one or both play, that really changes the perspective being at home. But either way, I agree. Probably going to be a low-scoring defensive effort, and interesting matchup of coaches with Matt Rule, who's still trying to make his way in the NFL, against the Hall of Famer Belichick, who always seems to figure out a way but what's he going to figure out if he doesn't know who he's playing against? So that's kind of one of the cat and mouse things going on with this game this week.
Brian, we've hit on college and NFL. Let's hit on some high school football. The Blitz coming up tonight, WCTI 12 playoff edition, and we got some games going on involving Pitt County teams. We'll have D.H. Conley and Hillside coming up tonight, 7:30 on Pirate Radio. What are the best first-round matchups, Brian, that you'll be covering?
I'm real curious about that Conley-Hillside game. You know, Bryce Jackson in his Waffle House arm sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Can make the delivery at Hillside. They got nothing to lose, right? I mean, you lose a game, but no one expects them to go into Hillside and win. So I'd like to see them go in there and sling it around and see what Hillside can do with Isaiah Crumpler, which isn't this amazing? Isaiah Crumpler is, a sophomore at Conley, and he's already had a dad and two older brothers who are already come and gone in the NFL. This one coming up through.
Yeah.
And it's certainly getting a lot of interest, but he's playing great football right now. So I'm curious about Conley. Rose is playing Croatan, which on paper you would think is an easy one, but be careful at Croatan. They're a ball control offense who will try to eat a lot of clock and limit Rose's possessions, kind of like Rose struggled with teams earlier in the year. So if Croatan can find a way to get points on the board, I don't know if they can stop Rose's offense, but if they can limit the possessions, keep it a close game, you never know what can happen in that one. And then Washington's got South Columbus. That should be a easy Terry Moore, lots of highlights, Pam-Pack victory. Really the one that has me intrigued tonight is Rocky Mount at Havelock. Seeding-wise, it's a 16-17 game. Talent-wise, I think they're equal, and the last time they played in the playoffs, they went to triple overtime when Rocky Mount scored, I think, in the last minute of the game on like a 98-yard touchdown pass or run or something crazy like that. So I think that one might be the best matchup on paper this evening.
Interesting. As good as like those teams have been, I guess, historically, even to hear 16 and 17 by their names sounds low.
Well, you have to understand now we've gone away from subdivision in the playoffs, right? So, but they've expanded an extra round. So you still have the 264 teams in the state making the playoff. Mm-hmm. We just crowned 4 state champions at the end. So instead of 16 teams on the East, now you go to 32. So
right.
Seeding them a lot different. So there's a lot more teams that are starting the playoffs in the same bracket. Same amount of teams starting the playoffs in the last 20 years, just a different amount in the brackets now.
Brian North joining us. North, we don't talk a lot of NASCAR anymore because you don't pay attention that much, so I just stopped asking you. Are you aware that it is Championship Sunday coming up? Do you at least know that?
Yeah, I actually mistakenly hit NASCAR.com the other day and was like, well, I'm here. I might as well see what's going on. I was like, it's the end of the season. It's championship.
All right, so Larson, Elliott, Truex, or can Denny Hamlin finally win number one? It's been Kyle Larson's year. Do you think he caps it off with a win on Sunday?
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and Chase Elliott kind of trying to do what he did last year, and we always like the Chase Elliott deal because his mom is from New Bern. She graduated from New Bern High School, and so we always like our local ties. So if Chase Elliott can win again, we're not going to discount that. Denny Hamlin from right up the road in Richmond, he's been one of the best drivers who pretty soon he's going to start getting that label, one of the best drivers not to win a championship. So I wouldn't mind to see him win. And look, Kyle Larson's an interesting story with coming back from what he had to come back from, and the year he's had is probably the most deserved one. But the way to do the championships now, take your pick. Everybody's got a 25% chance to win this thing.
North, enjoyed it, man, and I didn't hear much from your girls in the background today, so good work.
Walked away. The wife took one from the team. Tinsley pulled out a pirate finger puppet and was singing with that. I was going to try to get her to do an R. Can you do an R for me? Let's see. No. Tinsley, go R.
Oh, nice.
Good as we'll get. Yeah. So Mom took one for the team, and now I will. I have to make up for it.
Thank you, Mom, and good luck, Dad. North, have a great show tonight on the Blitz, and we'll talk to you again soon, buddy.
All right, sounds good, Clippy.
There is Brian North joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. We'll take a timeout, come back. When we return, we'll hear from a couple of Pirate players. Miles Berry, East Carolina linebacker, spoke with the media earlier this week, and if we have time, Fernando Fry and Tyler Sneed as well. More to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray right here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
If you missed the Bud Light pregame tailgate, you missed.
Or Dana Holgerson, Houston head coach, talked about how multiple the defense is, but also just how aggressive and attacking the East Carolina's defense has been this year, and they have been.
Yeah, and I think defensively, the Pirates have to find their balance between being too aggressive. Problem is with East Carolina, if you blitz too much, East Carolina is prone sometimes to giving up the big plays.
Tune in game days for the Bud Light pregame tailgate, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us on Greenville Boulevard in the public shopping center right near the stadium. Be sure to run with us on Facebook and Instagram. Fleet Feet, we run for you. Go Pirates!
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Let's take a quick look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a person looking to investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. The Dow Jones was at 36,328. That is up 204. NASDAQ is at 15,972, up 31. And the S&P 500 at 4,698. That's up 17 on your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. Now back to Pirate Radio Live. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, thank you, Wes Hines. You got anything else to mention?
Yeah, we got the winner of the booty bag was Mr. John Moody.
So it should be called the Moody Bag.
All right, I'll let you handle that. I will stay clear of that one.
The Moody Bag, John Moody, our winner today. Steve Hill had been calling his shot and called his shot for today, did not get the win, so maybe he'll win next Friday. He had been pretty good at Babe Ruth in this thing, but not today. Congratulations, John Moody wins a limited edition 12-pack Busch Light Apple, also a Carolina Eagles shirt, koozies, and a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. Free Beer Friday brought to you by Bud Light. Every day, especially game day, is better with an ice cold Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. The official beer of the ECU Pirates. Pirates will be on the field tomorrow. We'll be with you 11 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, getting you set for the action, and we're looking forward to seeing that defense back on the field. They've been playing great. Miles Berry talked to the media earlier this week. Let's hear what Miles had to say.
Miles, you got Temple coming up this week. What can you remember a little bit about the game last year against them?
Last year, well, really because of COVID, it's like a weird game. We got delayed because there was some talk about them maybe not playing and just some restrictions and different things like that. But just a big away win, against the infamous Temple Tough, and that was the first time we had beaten Temple since I had been here. And it was just a great team win, and hope to do that again this Saturday.
Do you still see that toughness on film from them when you kind of flip on the tape and their size and everything?
Yeah, Temple is definitely still a physical team and very big downhill offense especially. So, we have to make sure we're physical and we match their energy and outmatch them, honestly, and at the point of contact. And that's what we'll need to do to be successful this week.
Is that what worked against them for you guys last year? Do you feel like, in terms of the scheme situation, like what were some of the X's and O's things that you guys did well against them? Yeah,
really stopping the run. That was one of the key things that led us to that victory on the side defensively. It was stopping the run, getting them in third down situations, third and long situations, forcing them to pass the football. So, yeah, that was definitely a key thing that helped us with the victory last year.
All right, we're late to the party, so can you talk a little bit about this key this week is stopping the run?
Yes, sir. They have a very dynamic backfield, two big running backs that get very downhill and run the ball hard. So, stopping the run, being physical at the point of contact with our D-line, the linebackers on the interior. And then around the edges, they do a lot of jet sweeps, try to get the ball to the fast guys on the edges. So we got to set a strong edge and then play sound football in the backfield with our DBs, and that'll lead us to the victory.
We talked to Coach Harrell yesterday, and he was saying that Temple is one of those teams that they actually huddle up.
Yeah,
and that's different now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So while they're huddled, defensively we kind of got to wait to see what formation they're in so we can get lined up. So it'll be different, and that's something that we're gonna have to practice this week. It's gonna be an emphasis, but nothing we haven't seen before.
Defensively, you guys are playing like 25 guys a game right now. What's it like to be a part of that and not let egos get in the way of like playing time or that sort of stuff, like everybody kind of balled in?
Well, it's actually a good thing because since I have been here, we hadn't had that depth that you see now. So being able to rotate guys in and out throughout the game, number one, it keeps us fresh. and that's how you see us. We're able to play for all 4 quarters very strong, still flying around like it's the first quarter. And there's really no egos on the team. You know, we all are focused on winning, and you know, once these dubs keep coming in, you know, it doesn't matter who's playing. We just all want to succeed.
Miles, you and your teammates have made it a point to speak out about mental health this season. How has that helped you guys gel as a unit?
Well, mental health is a big thing. It's obviously like more in the game and just in all different sports across the nation. You see heavy emphasis on mental health because it's very key. And just being there for each other and just knowing that, hey, like if my brother needs something and that he can count on me to talk or be there for him, laugh, joke, whatever he needs. Because, you know, the game of football is so small, and mental health is a big thing. You got to keep that first, you know, in order to succeed in life. So that just helps us bond as a unit. It's a brotherhood in that locker room.
Halftime.
Okay.
We flipped the switch the last couple of weeks and did shut out the second half. Adjustments, like some of the stuff you guys have been doing, who is working.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on at halftime?
Well, really, you know, I feel like it's a chance to just calm down. You know, we played 2 quarters, so it's like any adjustments that need to be made, the coaches come down, we make them. But really, we just focus in on each other, and you know, we just say, let's leave that half behind us, and let's go out and let's just execute, do our job. And lately, we've been executing that at a tremendous rate, and that leads to the shutouts.
How big is it to see results in the turnover game? You guys are obviously coached all the time to try to create turnovers, but it's got to be pretty big to actually see the results and see how it changes a game. Does it change the way you guys play? Does it, you know, how does it affect you guys to actually see those results?
Yeah, I mean, turnovers are huge. You know, I get as excited for one of my teammates making a turnover as if it was myself. You know, but it really just creates that energy that you can't emulate anything else. And you know, just seeing those turnovers come to be is just something you really can't explain. But yeah, it definitely helps us mold as a defense and just play that next play.
You talk about that shark mentality. I see a lot of the guys in defense posting the shark, hands up. Where does that come from?
Well, really, Coach Ahlers, he brought that shark mentality in last year. And really, you know, a shark is the meanest animal under the sea, you know, and just he never stops. He's relentless, you know, and he has a pursuit to eat, you know, all day, every day. So that's really just where that comes from. Just never letting up and just eating every time you're on the field.
It seems like the expectation to win has increased as you guys continue to win ball games. Talk about what that's done for you guys moving forward here as you know, enter the stretch run.
Yeah, well, it's definitely been huge, and that positivity and, you know, hope, you know, trying to go bowling and all of that is just helping us stay 1-0 every week. And, you know, I just realized this, but this is the first time that we actually have a 5+ win season potentially since 2015, you know, so just seeing that and seeing the culture changing is what keeps us moving forward.
All right, Miles Berry, and Glenn, you were there. Great to talk to. Fantastic with interviews and playing well on the field as well. Always enjoy hearing from Miles.
My personal all-interview MVP
this year. Miles Berry?
Yep.
All right, give him the award. He's great. We appreciate everybody that does interviews, but like the ones that actually listen to the question and have a thoughtful answer, that's how you get MVP status.
Without a doubt.
MVP. Miles buried there. Wes, let's take our final timeout. We'll come back, get ready to wrap up a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. High School Huddle on the way next. We're back with you after this.
Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 for 0.9% for 72 months, plus $500 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Free Boot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Free Boot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Free Boot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
When fun finally returns, Bud Light Legends don't just come back. They come roaring back, carrying a cooler full of Bud Lights, an inflatable dolphin, and those Velcro pads with the balls that stick to them. And this summer, with a cooler at their side, they're gonna make up for all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light Legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AB Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Sailor authorized agent.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Carlton Ventures or Brandon Manning at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Pirate Radio.
And you write that down, because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio.
All right, wrapping up Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. Wes Hines, thank you, sir.
Sorry about that clip. Me and him have
Wes is just jamming out over here. Wes, all I said was thank you. Just say you're welcome. Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, you got it.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll have a great Saturday tomorrow, Wes. Saturday during our Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Glenn, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And see you fine folks tomorrow. Full day of programming right here on Pirate Radio. We'll be with you 11 a.m. getting you set for the 3 o'clock kickoff between the Pirates and the Owls. We'll talk to you then. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate